So we had a brief little outage right there. If you guys just missed it right there on John Candy Live. So we are back live again, and everything's rocking and rolling. Too many heaters plugged in. And we got them all checked in. Let's keep them going, guys. Let's roll them out. 13.5, a rubber tire sprint car. Your loop will be going live here, drivers, in 3, 2, and 1. The loop is live. Loop is live. That's going to do it right there for Joe Nichols. Pulling it off early, ripping the wing off of it. Caution 3, caution 3, caution 3. It's clear, it's clear. Right here out front, we've got Clark Templeman, the number 1 spot. Tony Gamble, the number 2 spot. Brett Patty, Nick Case, Rowdy Sneed. Having a rough lap right there. Joe Nichols breaking out before he even got to take a lap. Ripping the wing off it right now. Kevin Caston setting the number of 57,401. Each and every one of these drivers on better pace than that right now. Caution on the front straightaway, low on the front straightaway, low, low, low on the front straightaway. It's clear. Clark Templeman's out front, 62, 4 flat. That's right, a 62-lap pace. Nick Case in the number 2 spot. Tony Gamble, Brett Patty, Rowdy Sneed. That's your current top 5 right now. That's how they run. Check them out right there in turn number 4. Upside down, that was Rowdy Sneed right in view. Templeman, Case, Patty, Gamble, and Sneed. Caution on the front straightaway once again. It's clear. Creeping up on the halfway point. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. That's right, 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Templeman and Case, Brett Patty, Tony Gamble, your top 4. Low and 4, it's clear, it's clear. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go on the clock. Clark Templeman still out front. .130 left to go. Templeman, Case, Brett Patty, your top 3. Clark Templeman, that is the white and red number 18 machine off the 2 down the back straight in turns 3 and 4. Templeman still out front on a 62-lap pace, up and over for Rowdy Sneed here in turns 3 and 4. .45 seconds left to go. Clark Templeman, Nick Case, Brett Patty. Still rocking and rolling with 30 seconds left to go. This third and final heat for 13.5 rubber tire sprint car. Race 14 coming up next. You better be through tech because we're not waiting for you. Rubber tire late model. Heat 1 and 2. That should be Joe Nichols, Steve Lawler, Trent Miller, Bryson Wood. That's time in this one right here. Keep them going, drivers, keep them going. And that's the race. Clark Templeman picks up the win in new TQ 62 4 flat. That's more like it for the 18 machine for Clark Templeman. He gets it done in 13.5 rubber tire sprint car. Let's go, late battle guys. Let's check him in. Let's check him in. Marshall's in 3 and 4. We can get going. Steve Lawler, you going to make this one? Lawler's done for the night. All right. Let's get him rolled out, guys. Joe Nichols, Trenton Miller, Bryson Wood. 3-car shootout. Who's live in 3, 2, and 1. A loop is live. Loop is live. Race 14 right now out on track. Race 15, Outlaw Buggy. Or race 15, I think we got messed up from there on back. Race number 15 will be your rubber tire late model heat 202. A fast heat. Right now, all these guys looks like they're doing some testing and tuning to see if they can get these things figured out. Joe Nichols, the only car on a decent run right now. 55, 4 flat. Right now, that's the number for Joe Nichols. Bumps it up to a 56 lap pace. That is the 777 Purple People Eater with the big wheel stand off turn number 2. Joe Nichols, Trent Miller, Bryson Wood. That's your current running order right now. Driver still trying to spend some riches and get these things figured out. Because right now, Chad Lance is the man to beat. Modified rubber tire sprint car. Or make it modified rubber tire late model. Triple 7 machine on your screen. That is Joe Nichols. Trent Miller sitting P2. Bryson Wood in the number 3 spot. Race number 15. Late model. Fast guys. You better have them ready to rock and roll. And the marshals to get right back out to help us turn marshal. Keep this program going. Already 10 o'clock. Halfway through round number 2 of qualifying. Caution 4, caution 4, low, 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 and 4, low, 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 and 4, caution 4, caution in 4 is clear. Bryson's going to call, it looks like. And a little more tweaking. Trenton Millard. Joe Nichols starting to get that thing figured out. Looking pretty sporty out there in that 777 machine. 58 lap run. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. "40 seconds on the clock for Joe Nichols and Trenton Millard. Two Lone Rangers still out there rocking and rolling out on the track. You can see him right there, rocking and rolling. Joe Nichols, Trenton Millard, Bryce Wood, Steve Lawler. Lawler done for the night. 15 seconds left to go in this one right here. Five seconds left to go. Your leader upside down here in turn number 4. This time when you cross the line, you'll be finished. That's race. Nichols picks up the win. Pace drops down to 57.402. Rubber Tire Late Model Heat 2 of 2. Coming up next. Turn marshals, turn marshals, turn marshals. Looks like we got them all checked in already. Just looking for turn marshals. We got marshals. We got drivers. Let's get them going, guys. Let's get them going. Loops going live. Once we get Sinclair off the pipe in turn number 3. Space about nice and even, guys. You know the deal. 4-minute IFMAR style qualifying. Loops going live here in 3, 2. And one. Here we go. Loop is live. Modified rubber tire sprint car. Make it rubber tire late model action. I'll get it right sooner or later. Chad Lance, Brian Hughes, Joe Sinclair, Greg Minfie, and Brad Gardner. 30 seconds in, we got Brian Hughes out front. Joe Sinclair, the number 2 spot. Greg Minfie in the number 3 spot. Chad Lance in 4th. And Brad Gardner rounding out your top 5. Lance got a really good hot rod. Just has to figure out how to keep it on all 4s. Brian Hughes out front, the most consistent right now. 64.02. Joe Sinclair, the number 2 spot. Greg Minfie, Chad Lance, and Brad Gardner breaking out early in this one. Race number 16, Outlaw Buggy. You guys are coming up next. Make sure you're through check and ready to go. We're not going to wait for you. Brian Hughes out front. That is the yellow number 5 machine. In 1, off of 2, down the back straight of turns 3 and 4. You can see him right there on your screen. Let's get a little speed shot action down the front straightaway in picture in picture. Looking good out there. Brian Hughes. Catch him right there in the turns 1 and 2, down 3 and 4. Chad Lance now fighting his way up to P2. Lance, the man on the move. That's the Hyperdrive GFRP Gen Aces John's BSR Tires number 16 machine. Now side by side with Hughes. Blows the doors off him down the front straightaway. Lance up to the top spot. And back to a 61 lap pace just like that. Gets on the bike in 3 and 4. Just having to back it off just a little bit. Finds that there's a little bit of a little rut right there You can see it going into turn number 1. You hit it just right. Wants to get that car up on the bike. 130 left to go, drivers. 130 left to go. Lance, Hughes, Minfie, now Sinclair up to P3. 115 left to go. Still out front, Chad Lance, 61.4 flat. 64 flat for Brian Hughes. Joe Sinclair, 59.403. All better than current TQ. Joe Nichols, 57.402. Right now, that run's good enough for 5th overall. 50 seconds left to go. 50 seconds on the clock. Chad Lance, Brian Hughes, Joe Sinclair, Greg Minifee. There's that Skinny's Automotive Speed Shot. 15 seconds left to go. Chad Lance, Brian Hughes, and Joe Sinclair. 3 wide right there, turn number 4. Oh, a little shot in the shorts upside down. Goes Minfie right off the front bumper of Joe Sinclair. That's time, but keep them going. Nobody's done. And that's a race. Chad Lance picks up the win right at the end, 62.403. Fastest run of the night. And Chad Lance had a battle through a little attrition. He got it done. Here we go, race number 16. Outlaw Buggy. Melvin Ramos, Wayne Kaufman, Brian Childress, Trenton Millard. And one more, Shane Bowles. Brian Childress, Trent Millard. Brian Childress, Trent Millard. We got a Marshall in 2. We got a Marshall in 3. Marshall in 1. Just need our turn Marshall in turn number 4. Turn Marshall, turn number 4. He is en route. Let's get him going, guys. Let's get him going. Loop's going live here in 3, 2, and 1. Back to it. Loop is live. Outlaw Buggy out on track. Race number 17. Midget, Heat 1 of 3. You are up next. Greg Minfie, Brian Childress, Ricky Childress Jr., Brandon Patty, Nick Case, and Steve Lawler. You guys are coming up next in race number 17. Caution back straightaway, high on the back straightaway, high. Go high on the back straightaway, high on the back straightaway. The other high on the back straightaway. Now go low on the back straightaway. We got Brian Hughes back there. Chambers out front, the number 1 spot. Wayne Kaufman sitting P2. Melvin Ramos, Trenton Millard, and Brian Childress. Brian's got some transponder issues. That thing's counting about every 3rd lap. High and 2, high and 2, high and 2, high and 2. Oh, found him. Sorry, guys. Wayne Kaufman out front, the number 1 spot. That is the white and black number 31 machine. He's down the front straightaway, turns 1 and 2. There he goes into 3 and 4. Let's check him on a speed shot down the front straightaway. There he is. That is Wayne Kaufman. Caution 2 once again. Oh, just as I say that, he goes upside down to turns 3 and 4. Ramos back to the top spot. Caution 3 and 4. Caution 4. Caution 4. It's right in the middle of turn number 4. He's got her flipped around. Track's all clear. 2 minutes down. 2 minutes left to go. Melvin Ramos still out front. Wayne Kaufman, Trenton Miller, Shane Bowles, your top 4. Here they come off of turn number 4. Oh, all kinds of upside down carnage on the front straightaway. 1:35 left to go. Melvin Ramos with the top spot. That is the flamed out Traxxas modified or outlaw buggy. $1:15 left to go. Melvin Ramos only has a 1.2 second advantage over Wayne Kaufman. Wayne Kaufman, that is the black and white machine. Wayne Kaufman's car looks really, really good out there. Getting by Trent Miller, the number 29 machine. Miller right now running third. Melvin Ramos sitting P2. 46.402 for Wayne Kaufman. 46.403 for Melvin Ramos right now. That's the current running order. 40 seconds left to go. Kaufman 4.6. 4.8 for Kaufman, now 4.6 for Melvin Ramos. Ramos back to the top spot with 30 seconds left to go. Melvin Ramos this time by. He's got a 4.9. Where's Wayne Kaufman? A 6.8, a rough lap right there for Kaufman. Kaufman's got to get closer down to the pipe down on the inside to try to get that thing ripping and roaring to see if he can run down a Melvin Ramos. Right now, Ramos has it in his clutches. Just a few more times around. White flag in the air this time for your leader. Into 1, off a 2, down the back straightaway for the final time in 3 and 4. Wayne Kaufman comes home second. Melvin Ramos picks up the win, 47.402. Great job, Melvin Ramos, picking up the heat race win here in round number 2 of qualifying. Wayne Kaufman comes home second. Trent Miller, Shane Bowles, and Brian Childress. Brian, check the transponder in that car. You were catching about every third lap. Oh, we've got a cool little receiver right here. That's a new one. Race 17, Midget Heat 1 and 3, making their way to the track. Greg Minfie, Brian Childress, Ricky Childress, Brandon Patty, Nick Case, and Steve Lawler. We got drivers. You know the deal. What we need. Marshals in 3 and 4. Marshals in 3 and 4. Low and 3, guys. Low and 3, low and 3. Let's roll them out. Greg Minfie, Brian Childress, Ricky Childress, Brandon Patty, Nick Case, and Steve Lawler. Here we go. Loop's going live. 3, 2, and 1. Loop is live. Loop is live. Midget Heat 1 of 3. This is the one with the least amount of fortune of round number 1 of qualifying. see if they can turn their luck around. Caution 1 and 2, low and 1 and 2, caution 1 and 2. It's clear. Caution in 1 and 2, low and 1 and 2, low and 1 and 2, low and 1 and 2. It's clear. We got Nick Case out front, the number 1 spot. No surprise there. Steve Lawler sitting P2. Up and out of the park, we got one. Case, Lawler, Brandon Patty, Greg Menifee, Brian Childress, and Ricky Childress Jr. Check him out on track. We've got Nick Case still out front, the 55-403, sitting in the number 2 spot. That is Brandon Patty. Brandon Patty's on a 51-403, 54 flat for Steve Lawler, and that's your top 3. Looks like a broken right rear for Brian Childress. He's going to be out of this one early. First car out of the midget C group. Coming to the halfway point, halfway there. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Right there, you see him grinding from left to right. Brandon Patty, Steve Lawler, Ricky Childress, and Nick Case. Focus on their faces as they're rocking and roll right around the track. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go. Nick Case still out front, 55-403, 51-403 for Steve Lawler. Brandon Patty with the 51-403 as well. Best battle on the track right there is for P2. Brandon Patty trying to run down Steve Lawler. Lawler driving the 57 machine. Oh, Lawler almost up and out of the park. Both of those drivers right there battling the bikes. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go. Nick Case still out front on a 55-lap run. He's knocking on the door of 56 laps right now. Let's see if he can get there. Case, Patty, and Lawler. Nick Case is the blue star machine right there. Comes off of turn number 4 down into turns 1 and 2. That is your current leader. You see him right there. Fluorescent yellow wheels rocking and rolling. 40 seconds left to go. Brandon Patty still sitting P2. That is the green machine. He is into 1. Off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And Steve Lawler, the white and blue 57. Square tail tank on the tail of that machine. 20 seconds left to go. Nick Case now with some issues. Drops down to a 54-lap pace. Eight seconds on the clock as they come down the front straightaway once again. That's time, and one more car to finish. That's a race. Nick Case picks up the win, 54-4 flat. Brandon Patty comes home in the number 2 spot, 51-403 over Steve Lawler, Ricky Childress, Greg Menifee, and Brian Childress. All right, y'all know the deal. Get him right back out to turn marshal here, guys. That's really what's holding us back. Because the next group is always right back out here ready to rock and roll. This is Midget Heat 2 of 3. Larry Ruby, Trenton Millard, Steve Scott, Sean Woodside, and Scott Barber. I believe Sean Woodside is done for the night. They're going to pack it up and go back down south, down to the L.A. area. But thank you guys. If you're still watching on John Kenny Live, thank you guys for coming out and supporting the concrete and the dirt. That's right. This is round number 3 of the doubleheader, but this is our 4th race of the season. Each and every time we've been here, over 100 entries. So we're doing something right here at Bakersfield RC Raceway to keep this program going. Great to have each and every one of you. And it looks like we've got somebody in the seat that's not supposed to be in it. Arnold Britton, you're in the next one. All right, we've got all of our people checked in. Need a marshal here in turn number 4. Well, you want to take one? Take on one. There we go. Atta, baby. Let's get him rolling out, guys. Midget, race number 18, out on track. Loop's going live here in 3, 2, and 1. Loop is live. Loop is live. Midget Heat 2 of 3, out on track. Round number 2 of qualifying here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Time to beat Nick Case, 54.40 with a 5. We got Steve Scott, Scott Barber, Trent Miller, Larry Ruby. Right now, that is your top 4. In the number 5 spot, that is Sean Woodside, who is out of this race. 4-horse race. Here in race number 18, race number 19, Tony Gamble, Johnny Leach, Brett Patty, Arnold Britton, Dave Barber. You guys are coming up next in race number 19. Steve Scott out front now at 53 lap pace, 53.404. Steve looking good. That's the mellow yellow number 51 machine. Into one, off the turn number 2, down the back straight. He goes into turns 3 and 4. Colt trickling it. Getting it done. Trent Miller sitting P2. Incognito design number, that is the 21 machine. That is the Ghost Chassis Rent-A-Ride from Joe Sinclair. Scott Barber sitting in the number 3 spot. That is the all-fluorescent. No, that is the Zero machine. Off turn number 2, down the front back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Hey, Joe Nichols, or what's that? No, Joe Sinclair, what's the rental fee on that 21 machine? $100 a heat? Steve Scott still out front, 53.402. Millard P2, Scott Barber, Larry Ruby rounding out that top 4. Scott Barber up and out of the park. Impromptu turn marshal gets him put back on the racing surface. Takes a lick and keeps on ticking. Halfway there. 2 minutes down. 2 minutes left to go. Steve Scott, Trenton Miller, Scott Barber, Larry Ruby. No change in your running order. Let's get some fast laps for these drivers. Fastest lap goes a 4.40 for Steve Scott, 4.4 across the board. Until you get to Larry Ruby, his fast lap of 4.8. So Larry Ruby, he's going to have to pick up his pace just a little bit. I know he can do so. Race 19, once again, Tony Gamble, Johnny Leach, Brett Patty, Arnold Britton, and Dave Barber. You guys should be through tech, ready to go, as we have 3 minutes down and 1 left to go here in race number 18. Steve Scott, he bumps it up to a 53-lap run, 53.402. Still has a couple of tenths to pick up. He's got to run down Nick Case. Nick Case threw down a 54.4 flat. That's right on the cusp of 55 laps. No, Steve Scott flipped her upside down. That's going to run his pace down now to a 53.402. 25 seconds left to go, drivers. 25 left to go. Fast lap of the race still 4.401 for Steve Scott. Final few laps on this pace, 53.402, lap number 50 this time by. At the line, 2 laps remain for your leader. Caution low on the front straightaway, low, low, low on the front straightaway, low on the front straightaway, low on the front straightaway. It's clear. That's time. Nobody's done. Keep them going one more time around. That's a race. Steve Scott picks up the win, 53-402. Trenton Millard, 52-401. Scott Barber, Larry Ruby, rounding out the field. Final heat for midget. Tony Gamble, Johnny Leach, Brett Patty, Arnold Britton, Dave Barber. Then we picked up race number 20. That'll be Traxxas Superstock. Paul Brown, Brian Childress, Brady Mertz, and Steve Scott, Justin Good. Those will be your 5 drivers. We got them all checked in. I need a Marshall at 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2's covered. I need 3 and 4. Here come the boys right now. We got Marshalls. We got drivers. Let's roll them out. Let's roll them out. Here we go. The time to beat Nick Case, 54-4 flat. Loop's going live in 3, 2, and 1. A loop is live. These are the fast guys. Midget, race number 19, heat 3 of 3. Nick Case throwing down a 54-lap run. Will it hold up? We'll find out. Britton, Barber, Patty, Leach, and Tony Gamble. Finish line refreshment still in the building. So if you guys want some beverages, make sure you go check her out. She's got hot drinks as well. So if you need a hot cocoa or a coffee, caution off 2, caution off 2, caution off 2, caution off 2. The back straightaway. Watch the back straightaway. It's clear. If you need a warm refreshment, make sure you go see the Finish Line Refreshments right there, right behind the Vegas RC Raceway.com race trailer. Looks like we still got tacos available, too. We still got tacos rocking and rolling over there. If you guys are hungry or thirsty, we got you covered right here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. 115 down, 245 left to go in race number 12 of 12, make it 19 of 23. Out front, Dave Barber, the number 1 spot. Brett Patty sitting in the number 2 spot. Arnold Britton and Johnny Leach rounding out that top 4. That's right, I said the Bakersfield Bullet. Dave Barber, he's out front at 53-402. That's better than current TQ pace. No, it is not. Nick Case had a 54-lap run. Looks like that is going to hold up if it stays like this. But right now, Barber's trying to knock him off top spot. Britton sitting P2, Johnny Leach, Brett Patty, and Tony Gamble rounding out your top 5. Halfway there, 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Caution, low and 2, it's clear. Johnny Leach going for a ride. Left rear's looking a little light for Leach. Dave Barber still out front. That is the Orange Machine. Into 1, off of 2. Down the back straight he goes into 3 and 4. Britton now battling for that top spot with Dave Barber. Barber back and forth. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. 3 down, 1 left to go. Britton gets by Barber. Now they're still back and forth on the clock. Tony Gamble, the number 3 spot. Brett Patty and Johnny Leach rounding out your top 5. 30 seconds on the clock. Barber back up to the top spot. Dave Barber rocking and rolling. Off turn number 4, down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Barber upside down. That's going to hurt his chances right there. Britton back to P1. 52.401. That's time on the clock. We keep going. Nobody's done. Nobody's done. Few more cars to finish. As we are rocking and rolling through the program, here we go. That's a race. Arnold Britton picks up the win, 52-4 flat. Top qualifiers going to come out of round number 1 of 3. Nick Case, 54-4 flat.
Hitting the track now, race 20, Traxxas Superstock. We got Brown, Childress, Mertz, Scott, Justin Good up in this one. Brian Childress, you going to make this one? Race 20 on the track of 23. We'll do track prep after 23. Set up for the main events. Get going as quick as possible. All right, here we go. Drivers, go ahead and roll them out. High end of 1. Corners are covered. Kind of. Hit a Marshall in turn 2. Marshall in turn 2. On it. All right, we're covered. Drivers going green flag racing here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and green flag racing. Traxxas Superstock division on the track. We got Paul Brown up in this one. Justin Good. Steve Scott. Brian Childress. Brady Mertz. Nice field of Superstocks on the track. Four minutes of qualifying going down. Got another heat coming up behind them, so got to lay it down here in heat 1, round 2 for Superstock. .45 seconds in. Steve Scott on point. He's on a 49.4 flat. So Steve Scott on a heater here in round number 2. The 51 car, mellow yellow into 1 and 2 now down the back straightaway. Black and green 51. Brady Mertz in the 2 spot. Make that Brian Childress up to the 2. Brady Mertz. Drop to the 4. Justin Good up to the 3. Paul Brown on the 4. But Steve Scott, 49 lap run for your leader. Worked his way through traffic down the back straightaway. Off of turn 4, the 51 car. Setting a good pace here for round number 2. Can he get into a 50 lap run? He's on a 49.401. 4.9 last time by. Backs it with the 5.0. Childers with the 5.0. Good with the 5.4. Mertz with the 5.4. Brown with the 5.4. Coming up on the halfway point. 2 minutes remaining. Race number 21 up next. Our second heat of Super Stocks. You guys should be making your way through tech. Caution over in 1. Low into 1. It is clear. Minute 40. Steve Scott drops to a 49.403. Childress in the 2 spot on a 43 lap run. Mertz, Brown, Good. 5-car field for qualifying. Caution over here in 4. It is clear. 1 minute remaining for your leader, Steve Scott. Still on a good run, 49 lap pace. Brady up to the 2. Paul Brown in the 3. Childress, Justin Good in the 5 spot. Marshall in the middle, cut up on the pipe. "30 seconds. Steve Scott still your leader. Brady Mertz in the 2. Paul Brown in the 3. 1, 2, and 3. Check him out on the track. 51 car into 1 and 2. Your leader, Brady Mertz. Five seconds remaining. Good racing for our Super Stocks. Time has expired. Let's go one more time around. Cross that start finish line. You will be done. And that is a race. Steve Scott taking the win, setting the pace here in round number 2 out of 49.403. Brady Mertz coming home second. Paul Brown third. Childress and Good rounding out that field. Second heat of Super Stocks hitting the track now. Race number 21. Tyler Irwin, Jack Costin, Kevin Irwin, Mike Duray, Sean Woodside, Corey Carter. A couple of them went home, so we should have a 4-car field. Four-minute qualifier going down for our second heat of Super Stocks. Time to beat Steve Scott, 49.403. Drivers are getting checked in. Corey Carter, are you going to make this one? En route. 21's on the track. Marshals are making the way out. Marshall in 2, please. Marshall in 2. 3 and 4 is covered. To get Corey to cross the line, get checked in. Marshall in turn 2. Marshall in turn 2, please. Is covered. All right, we got our drivers. Go ahead, roll them out. Time to beat 49.403, set by Steve Scott. Loops going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and green flag racing. 21 on the track. Final heat of Super Stocks here in qualifying in round number 2. "30 seconds in, we got Tyler Irwin in the 1 spot. Costin, Kevin Irwin, Corey Carter. Caution off of turn number 4. It is clear. Tyler Irwin, your leader at the minute mark. He's on a 49.401, so currently on a TQ run. Costin in 2 spot. He's on a 49.404, so top 2. Definitely got a chance to bump Scott off the TQ spot here in round 2. Irwin gets it up to a 54.04 now, so Tyler Irwin, the all white, blue 72 into 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Your leader, 2 spot, Jack Costin, coming off turn 4, the red, white, and blue. Kevin Irwin, the all pink car, in the 3 spot. Corey Carter in the 4. Coming up on that 2-minute mark. Two minutes remaining. Irwin's on the 49.4 flat. Costin on the 49.403. Minute 25. Up next, race number 22, Traxxas Modified. You guys should be through tech and making your way to the staging area. Race number 22 up next. Minute 15 to go. Irwin, Costin, Irwin. Carter, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Irwin back up to a 54.04. Costin, 49.402. So going faster here towards the later end of this race. Kevin Irwin in the 3. .40 on the clock. Tyler Irwin, 54.04. Costin now at a 49.401. So just a second back from your leader, Tyler Irwin. Battle's heating up for the 1 top spot here in round 2 between Irwin and Costin. Time has expired. Cross that start-finish line, you will be done. And that is a race. Tyler Irwin setting TQ here in round 2 at a 54.04. Jack Costin in 2 spot on a 49.401. So Costin better than TQ set by the previous heat. Irwin, Corey Carter rounding out your field. .22 on the track. Traxxas Modified. Brady Mertz, Corey Carter, Wally Gator, Justin Good, Mike DuRay. Real press in. and Ryan Absher. Drivers are getting checked. Marshals are making the way back out. Ryan, what car are you driving? Marshall over here in 3 and 4. Need a Marshall in turn number 1. 3 and 4 is covered. 2 is covered. Marshall in turn 1. We'll be ready to rock and roll here. Race number 22 on the track. Traxxas modified. Let's go. Caution over in 1 and 2. Caution in 1 and 2. All right, we got our drivers. We got our corners. Let's go ahead. Hammer down. Flags going green here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and green flag racing. Loop is live. Everyone on the clock. 4-minute qualifier. Six-car field. Only one heat of Traxxas Modifieds. One down, 3 remaining. Caution off of turn number 4. Low out of 4, low out of 4, low out of 4. It is clear. Caution in the middle, caution in the middle. Marshals are on it. 120 down, 240 to go. Brady Mertz into the 1 spot. Justin Good in the 2. Wally Gator in the 3. Ryan in the 4, Preston. Brady Mertz on a 46, 404. Justin Good in that 2 spot on a 43. Wally Gator in the 3 spot. Preston, Absher, Carter. Minute 20 to go. Brady Mertz still your leader on a 46, 404. Good, Gator, Preston, Abshire, Carter. 6 cars started, 6 cars still battling it out here in race number 22. Up next, final race of qualifying. Traxxas Super Lates. The late models coming up next. Caution in 1, caution in 1. It is clear. Now caution off 2, high out of 2, high out of 2, high out of 2. Got 1 down low. It is clear. 30 seconds remaining. Brady Mertz still your leader. Drops down to a 44.401. Now Gator to the 2 spot. Justin Good in the 3. Preston Abshire Carter. Race 23 should be staged up, ready to roll. Traxxas Super Late's up next. Time's expired here in race number 22 when you cross that start-finish line. That is a race. Gator, you're done. Wally Gator creeping in, taking the win. 41.404. Justin Good to the 2. Brady Mertz, Preston Abshire Carter. Final race of qualifying here. Series race number 3 headed your way. Traxxas Super Lates. Blue car's black flagged. Oil on the tires. All right, our drivers are getting checked in here for race number 23. Final race here in round number 2. This is a complete qualifying track prep will go down. Then we'll set up for our main events. We'll definitely have some lower mains. So we'll spread them out, get that track prep in, and get going as soon as possible. Marshals, marshals, marshals. Make your way out. In a marshal in 1, Wally's up in 2. 1 is covered, 2, 3, and 4 is covered. Brock Crawford, you gonna make it? He's en route. All right, drivers getting checked in, waiting on Crawford to cross the line. We'll be ready to rock and roll here for race number 23. All right, we're ready. We're locked and loaded. Super Late action. Going green in 5, 4, 3, 2, and green flag racing. Super Late model on that track. 7-car field. Thank you guys for all coming out, checking out Bakersfield RC Raceway. Loving that late model action on the clay oval. Caution over here. Caution. Caution off of 4. It is clear. Late model's looking good here. Dakota Schweitzer, your leader at the 35-second mark. Kai McKell up to the 1 spot. Irwin, Crawford, Schweitzer dropping all the way to the 4 spot. Leach in the 5. Brittany Howard in the 6 spot. Ricky Childress in the 7. Side-by-side action all together coming off of turn number 4. 1 minute in. Late models looking good here tonight. Kay McHale, McNeil, your leader. Crawford into the 2. Irwin, Dakota, Leach, Brittany, and Childress. Caution here off of 4. Caution off 4. Low out of 4. Low out of 4. 2:25 to go here. in our final race of qualifying. Super Lates on the track, looking good. K. McNeil, he's on a 45.404. Irwin into the 2 spot. He's on a 44.404. Brock Crawford in that 3. Dakota Schweitzer in the 4. Jonathan Leach in the 5. Brittany Howard in that 6 spot. And Ricky Childress rounding out that 7 car late model field. Again, track prep coming your way next. Minute 35 on the clock. K. McNeil. Tyler Irwin in that 2 spot. Brock Crawford into the 3. So the battle heating up for the 2 spot between Irwin and Crawford. McNeil's checked out. He's on a 45.403. Irwin on a 44.404. So McNeil almost a lap up on the field here in qualifying. Coming up on 1 minute to go. .45 on the clock. Check out some hot laps. Hot lap for your leader. 5.1 on lap number 19. Irwin with a 5.3. Crawford with a 5.3. Schweitzer with a 5.1. Leach with a 5.1. Brittany with a 5.7. Childress with a 5.4. 25 on the clock. K. McNeil showing them how it's done here in round number 2. He's on a 45.403. Three on the clock, 2 and 1. Time is expired. Time's expired. When you cross that start-finish line. Time is expired, and that is a race. K. McNeil taking the win. Coming home second, Brock Crawford. Irwin third, Schweitzer, Leach, Howard, and Childress. That is a race. All right, we're going to set up for our main events. So we'll let you know when they're posted. Track prep going down now.
Full-size rage, Lapo heat in a metal cage. Finger tight on the trigger pull. Every corner taken full. Inside line, bite that clay. Break and punch, no fade away. Let us get cleared, move it, Jack. Miss your mark, can't race like that. Marshall's ready, radios live. When the tone drops, we drive. Full sail, scallop speak, rubber bites, clay bleeds, turn it up, feeling it loud. RC racing, John Candy loud. Well, by loud, no mercy. This is Bakersfield, RC. RC. Heat drove fast, makes it hard. Qualifying scars your guard. Clean laps when mistakes get loud. Every marshal saves the crowd. This scream low, tires howl. Perfect line or hit the wall. Track gets cut, groove gets mean. Built for speed, prep for green. Transponder set, voltage right. Next brakes up, hold tight. Full the crowd go wild. John Candy live, we bring that style. We race, no break, that's right. John Candy live, keep the finish line bright. Racing on speed, John Candy live. Taking flight, yeah. Racing hard under neon lights. From the dirt to the stars, we never quit. John Candy live, this it. John Candy live. Let's ride. Burning rubber with the crowd on our side. Feel that rush, yeah, we're crossing the line. John Candy live, it's showtime. John Candy live, it's showtime. Rapping tight, we go roll, rapping tight. We go roll, rapping tight.
Gentlemen, start your engines. This is speed, this is passion in drive, where champions are born and legends arrive. From the roar of the track to the roar of the crowd, John Candy live, John Candy live. We race to the wire, hearts beat fast like catching fire. Every lap, the thrill, the pride. John Candy live, the ride of your life. John Candy live, John Candy live.
Stand by. Stand out frames, full size rage, Lapo heat in a metal cage, finger tight on the trigger pull, every corner taken full. Inside line, bite that clay, break and punch, no fade away. Levels get cleared, move it, jack. Miss your mark, can't race like that. Marshall's ready, radios live. When the tone drops, we drive. Full sail, scallop speed, rubber bites, clay bleeds. Turn it up, feel it loud. RC racing, John Candy loud. Well, by loud, no mercy. This is Bakersfield, RC. RC. Heat throw fast, maintain hard, qualifying scars your guard. Clean laps when mistakes get loud. Every marshal saves the crowd. This scream low, tires howl. Perfect line or hit the wall. Track gets cut, groove gets mean. Built for speed, prep for green. Transponder set, voltage right. Next brakes up, hold tight. Full send, scale speed, rubber bites, clay bleeds. Turn it up, feel it light. RC racing, John Candy live. Left by left, no mercy. Hey, this is Bakersfield, RC. Tone drop. 3, 2, 1. Send it, Senate. Built on clay and lipo fire, chasing death, pushing wire, trigger control, vision tight, when it clean or lose the Lights on the lens, engines ignite, chasing shadows through the night. Dirt tracks whisper stories untold. Friday nights burning bright and bold. Something in life, we capture it all. The rush, the roar, the rise, the fall. From the field to the flame, the dream, the call. Dark candy line, we capture it all. From RC dreams to the big top play. Crowds roar loud, hearts don't stray. A lens on life, a tale that spins. From the first race to the final wins. If it moves, if it glows, if it dares, if it shows. How can you lie? We capture it all. The rush, the roar, the rise, the fall. From the field to the flame, the dream, the call. John Candy Line, we capture it all. From our RC dreams to the big top play. Crowds roar loud, hearts don't stray. A lens on life, a tale that spins. From the first race to the final wins. If it moves, if it glows, if it dares, if it shows. John Candy Live, we capture it all. The rush, the roar, the rise, the fall. From the field to the flame, the dream, the call. John Candy Line, we capture it all. We're the eyes when the world's ablaze. The voice that echoes in the craze. Through the rise and the fall, we stand and we call.
All right, check out live RC main events are posted.
Lights on the lens, engines ignite, chasing shadows through the night. Dirt tracks whisper stories untold. Friday nights burning.
Something don't look right, let me know ASAP so we can get it fixed.
Tractors rolling, dust is flying, crowds getting loud, nobody's shy.
Rookie class, race number 1, all together.
This is our church, this is our fire. Back the track, make it fair. Bring it back the track, we won't slide, jobs and big fat stacks. Pack it one more time before we roll. Let's go racing, lose control. Let's go racing, lose control. Late night legends on the front stretch wall, names carved deep from the days of alcohol. Tonight we had another story to tell. When the water truck leaves, we raise hell. Green, let's go! Back the track, make it fair. Bring it back.
All right, rookies, we're looking for a 11:25, 11:30 start match. As soon as track prep is complete, we're going to get on with our main events. Rookies, race number 1 for our rookie AMA.
Let's go racing, lose control. Tractors rolling, dust is flying, crowds getting loud, nobody's shying. Cold beers up, middle fingers higher. This is our church.
All right, check it out one more time. Made one little adjustment. We're going to have a C main for 13.5 sprints. I guess they're all here. I thought a couple went home. So C main event, 13.5 sprints. Little adjustment. Check the lineup. Live RC. We're still good for rookies in race number 1. Everyone else, check it out.
turn marshals, turn marshals, turn marshals, turn marshals from our final race. Make your way to the track, please. Turn marshals, make your way to the track, please. And we will get locked and loaded for our first race of the night. Things are still a little bit soupy out there. We're putting the final touches on the racing surface right now. Jimmy Johnson out there going John Candy live just right now. Right across the front start finish line right there. Big shout out to Awaken 3D. Printing out that stencil right there for us. That is all out of stainless steel. That's a real nice piece for a stencil, but very amazing. Do appreciate it. Big time shout out to Awaken 3D. Check them out for 3D printing and laser cutting. All right, rookies, let's start to get them all checked in. Let's get them all checked in. Here we go. Just about ready. You get them all locked and loaded. We got about a 15-minute call, guys. 15 to 20-minute call for the finish line refreshments. They're just about all sold out. So thank you guys so much for going out there and supporting Finish Line Refreshments. You guys keep supporting her. She'll keep coming out. So we just got word she's going to be back out here in a couple of weeks. So Finish Line Refreshments, make sure you support her. She's doing a fantastic job for each and every one of you drivers. And tacos, final call for tacos too. About 15, 20 minutes to wrapping up the final things over there with the taco guys. So big time shout out to him as well. As we're starting to get them all checked in here. And we've got them all checked in. Believe it or not, we are ready to go. All stopped, guys. All stopped. All stopped. All stopped. All stopped. All right, here we go. Let's line them up on the back straightaway. Your top qualifier, Dalton Arnold. Dalton Arnold up to P1. Dalton? Anybody? There he is. Line him up on the back straightaway. Right, going into turn number 3. Right, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right, there you go. In the number 2 spot, Nova Bowles. Nova Bowles. Kind of go in form right there. Thank you, Tyler. You know the drill. Nova Bowles. Nova Bowles. Go to Tyler Irwin right there. Right there where it says champion on the sweater. And no, that is not champion wear. That is a track champion indeed. Kate Phillips, P3. Kate Phillips, Kate Phillips. Oh, that's Ricky's track champion jacket? Kate Phillips. Kate Phillips. Go to Tyler on the back straightaway. Kate Phillips. Kate Phillips. Going once, going twice. Sold. All right. Ryan Absher. Ryan Absher. In follow. Nova Arnold. Nova Arnold. Wade Intrim. Oh, there we go. That's how you know it's rookie racing, baby. He's got reverse in that bad boy. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Wade Intrim. Wade Intrim. Make your way to the back straightaway. Nathan Hill. All right. Kim Williams. Eli Story. Christine Bowles. Cole Phillips. Nick Sparks. And Isaac Gonzalez. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is our first A main event of the night. Rookies indeed. Turn marshals, be wary. It is slick out there. This is a fair warning. If it's shiny, it is very slick. So be on your tippy toes. We do appreciate each and every one of you. We know this is going to be a 12-car A main event. So do the best you can. Loop will be going live, drivers, at the sound of the tone. We got 10-11 rookie A main event underway. We're underway with round number 3 of the doubleheader point series race here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Rocking and rolling. 12 cars out there laying it down for the rookies, and they all get through the first 3 laps unscathed. Fantastic job, each and every one of you out front early. Let's see, Ryan Absher here, the number 1 spot. Kate Phillips at number 2. Nova Bowles, Nova Arnold, Dalton Arnold, Nathan Hill, Isaac Gonzalez. That is your top 7. Caution in 3 and 4. Caution in 3 and 4. Caution in 4. We got a dead car in 4. Dead car in 4. That is Christine Bowles. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Holy smokes. How did you not just KO yourself? Brock Crawford, that was impressive, buddy. With that footwear, you should have stretched before you got out here. Out front still, Ryan Asper in the number 1 spot. Dalton Arnold, the number 2 spot. Nova Arnold sitting P3. That's the father-son duo. Nathan Hill, the number 4 spot. Nova Bowles rounding at that top 5. Caution 3 4, low 3 4, 3 4, 3 4. Almost got it. 3 4, 3 and 4. They're trying everywhere. I mean, these are just bona fide athletes. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Rookie racing at its finest. Just like that. Dalton Arnold, caution in 4, caution in 4. Watch your ankles. Caution in 4, caution in 4. Caution in 4 all over the place. Caution in 4, it's clear. Oh my gosh, Becky. Look at those rookies. 50 seconds left to go. Dalton Arnold, Kate Phillips, Nathan Hill, now your top 3, 1:45 left to go. This is race number 1 on the track. Race number 2, 13.5 C main event. 13.5 C, caution in 2, caution in 2. Caution into carnage. Every single car that started this A main event is still rolling out on the track. Dalton Arnold, Kate Phillips, Ryan Absher, your top 3. Caution 3 and 4, caution in 3 and 4. We're still rocking and rolling through this A feature. All of them, caution front straightaway, front straightaway, front straightaway, front straightaway, front straightaway. Brock Crawford is bound and determined to hit the pay dirt. Dalton Arnold, Ryan Absher. Isaac Gonzalez, first time out to the Bakersfield RC Raceway, up into a top 3 right now. Caution 3 and 4 there. We got hit, almost going down again. Caution in 4, caution in 4, caution in 4, caution in 4. Caution in turn number 4 is clear. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Watch the back straightaway, back straightaway, back straightaway. 30 seconds left to go, drivers. 30 seconds left to go. Dalton Arnold out front in this one. Caution in 4. Caution in 4. Arnold, Absher, Isaac Gonzalez, your top 3. Nova Bowles in the number 4 spot. Kate Phillips, Kim Williams, Nova Arnold, Nathan Hill, Wade Antrim, and Christine Bowles rounding out that top 10. Final 10 seconds of the race. Turn marshals, you've done a fantastic job so far. Thank you guys so much. We're almost to the bottom of this one. 3 seconds left to go. Coming to the final seconds. 3, 2, and race right there when you cross the line. 10 picks up the win, and he keeps it flawless. 34-05. Great job, Dalton Arnold. Picking up yet another win, and all the young guns and all the rookies. That's what it's all about here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting us. Wow, Dalton Arnold, Ryan Absher, Isaac Gonzalez, first time out, and picks up a top 3. Nova Bowles, Kate Phillips, Kim Williams, Nova Arnold, Nathan Hill, Wade Antrim, Eli Story, Christine Bowles, and Cole Phillips. 12 cars finished that A main event. That is something right there. All right, 13.5 C main, you got something to follow right there. That was one heck of an A main event. We got Miss Polly, Rowdy Sneed, Frank Valentino, Steve Lawler, and Kevin Irwin, 13-5 Rubber Tire C. All right, we got them all checked in, but Rowdy Sneed. Rowdy take off? We're not going to make it. All right, we've got them all checked in then. Marshall in 1, please, and Marshall in 2. I know we had 12 racers. Can we get a couple of more senior folks from that rookie race to come out and help us turn, Marshall? Please, please, please. All right, let's let them up on the back straightaway. In the meantime, Miss Polly in the number 1 spot. In the number 2 spot, let's look for Frank Valentino, Steve Lawler, and Kevin Irwin. Top 2 will bump to the B. This is 13-5 Rubber Tire Sprint Car. Notables. Oh, we got a couple right there. We got them all checked in. And we've got Marshalls. Miss Polly, the field is yours. Our first rolling start. 13-5 Rubber Tire C main event. Top 2, bump to the B. And we'll be going live next time by off of turn number 4. Here we go. 13-5 Rubber Tire Sprint Car C main. Good clean start right there for the C main event for 13-5 Rubber Tire Sprint Car. Caution 1 to 2, low and 1 to 2, low and 1 to 2, low and 1 to 2. It's clear. Thank you, Dalton, for picking up that carnage over there in the turns 1 and 2. 30 seconds in, Miss Polly still out front. 53, 4 flat. Sorry, this is C main. This is laps, not minutes. This is a 25 lap C main. Rocking and rolling right through this one. So all lower mains, 25 laps for C's, 30 laps for B's, 15 if we had D's, 10 laps left already. Eight laps left to go. Quick and easy, just like that. 25 laps are getting clicked off quickly as this is the C main event. Miss Polly, Frank Valentino, Steve Lawler, and Kevin Irwin, your top 4. 3 laps remain for your leader, Miss Polly. Nightmare looking to go to the B main. Can she get it done here for the final time? This time by white flag in the air as she crossed the line. You will be finished. And Miss Polly and Frank Valentino bump to the B. Just like that, 25 laps in 1 minute 55 seconds. That's why we do it in the lower main events, to get right through the program as we keep going. Now we got a 17-5 foam sprint. Okay, Valentino, he's out of here, so that's going to put Steve Lawler. You're going to be in the B, buddy. He's going to forfeit his second place spot, so you can bump to the B. All right, so Miss Polly and Steve Lawler, those are your bumps. Now we have 17-5 sprint B main. So the B main will bump up to 30 laps. 30 laps for the B main for 17-5 foam tire sprint car. Jason Cantrell, Keith Sims, Jack, Steve Lawler, and Shane Bowles. So Steve's going back to back here. Okay, guys, looks like we just have 3 cars. So we're just going to go ahead and shake these guys down. We'll shake them down. So go ahead. The track is hot, guys. The track is hot. I'm not going to send one of you guys home on the hook, so we'll just run this deal as a formality. So if the turn marshals will hang out right there for the next one, because these guys are just going to shake these things down for about 10 to 15 laps to make sure they are all good to go and all the bugs are worked out. Because they're all going to be in the B main. So you guys go ahead and just run them down, shake them down. Loop is live. This is the 17.5 foam tire B main, just 3 cars. We're not going to send one home on the hook, so just giving you guys a little bit of courtesy laps. Don't do that, Jack. I sure you'd hope you don't have that all 135% steering in that thing. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right, guys, you guys have about 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds on the clock here. So on your little shakedown run, 30 more seconds, then we'll get into Traxxas Superstock B main. B main, that will be 30 laps in duration. 30 laps for the B main. Shane Bowles, Jack Johnson, Keith Sims. You guys are done in 15 seconds. Going to cut you off right at 2 minutes. All right, only 3 in the Superstock B main. We'll do the same exact thing. We'll give you guys about 2 minutes of shakedown time. And that's a race right there, guys. That's a race. That's a race. Thank you guys so much. All right. All 3 will bump to the A main event. Same deal right here. Traxxas Superstocks. If you guys want it, we'll give you 2 minutes. Go ahead and roll them out there right now. Let's get them out there and get them going. I'm just going to start it right now. Traxxas Superstock. You guys have 3 minutes from right now. Unless you're not going to show up at all. If you need laps, come and get them. So, no takers on Traxxas Superstock, looks like. Traxxas Superstock. You got another minute if you want out there. Another minute to shake it down if you want it. All good? You'll save it for the main? All right, he's going to save it for the main. That's Brady Mertz, Brian Childress. He's going to save it for the main. Justin Good. Save it for the main. All right, let's go to the next race, guys. Let's go to the next race. Actually, can I get one person to cross the line? Justin, can you cross the line just one time for me so I can finish that race real quick? As long as it's turned on and we can cross the transponder line to make it official. Perfect. That's all I needed. Thank you so much. It's registered. Hey, now we got 2. Check us out. Race number 5. Midget B main. Make your way through check and get right back out here as quickly as possible. B main for the midgets. Race number 5. So this is a 30-lap event. Let's change the settings here. 30-lap B main. 30-lap B main. Right here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Johnny Leach, Nick Case, Larry Ruby, Brandon Patty, Scott Barber, Steve Lawler, Sean Woodside, he's gone. Greg Minfie, Ricky Childress, Brian Childress. That should leave us with about 9. Leach is gone. That leaves us with 8. Perfect. We've got a check out of Case, out of Brandon Patty, out of Scott Barber, out of Ricky Childress. We need a marshal in turn number 0. We got them all covered. Thank you guys so much, Weston. Thank you so much for hanging out. Pat, always. All right, any more drivers en route? Let's line them up on the back straightaway. Line them up on the back straightaway. Whatever that is, you better take 10 years out of the right front. Number 1 spot, Nick Case. Nick Case on the back straightaway. He'll be your top qualifier, your BQ, if you will. Brandon Patty in the number 2 spot. Scott Barber, the number 3 spot. Steve Lawler. And Ricky Childress. And if I don't see any action, it looks like I don't. We're going to go with this one right here for the Midget B main. 30 laps is the distance. Nick Case, the field is yours. We're going green flag racing next time off of turn number 4. Get him going, get him going. Here we go, right here off of turn 4. Loop is live. Loop is live. Good clean start for your Midget B main. Top 2 will bump to the A. Ricky Childress right now. Running the number 5 spot. Nick Case out front. Brandon Patty, the number 2 spot. Scott Barber, Steve Lawler, Larry Ruby, and Ricky Childress Jr. Nick Case still out front. 10 laps down, 20 laps remain here in the 30-lap B feature for the Midgets. Brandon Patty, the number 2 spot. Larry Ruby up to P3 just on the outside looking in. Ruby now feeds the right rear to Patty. He gets by for the number 2 spot now, searching for more. Caution low and 2, low and 2. It's clear, it's clear. Case, Ruby, Patty, your top 3. Steve Lawler, number 4 spot. Scott Barber running 5th. Ricky Childress Jr. looks like he is just a little bit off the pace there in that one. 13 laps to go. Nick Case, Fast Man and RC out there in the top spot. That is the blue and white Case Racing Midget with the fluorescent yellow wheels. Off of turn number 4, down in front straight. He goes into turns 1 and 2. Here we go into 3 and 4 once again, looking very fast down the front straightaway. Case, Ruby, Brandon Patty, Steve Lawler, Scott Barber. 7 laps to go. Nick Case right now, he's got a 1.7 second advantage over Larry Ruby. Larry Ruby has 3.4 back to Brandon Patty. Who was that upside down? That was Steve Lawler. Lawler back there running the number 5 spot. Ricky Childress Jr., he's running 6th. 3 laps to go. 2. White flag in the air this time for your leader as he crosses the line. 2 corners away for Nick Case. Just like that, Nick Case picks up the BQ. Larry Ruby comes home 2nd. Brandon Patty 3rd. Scott Barber and Steve Lawler. That's a race. That's a race. Just like that, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Midget B main is complete. That'll take us to race number 6, 13.5 rubber tire. Yet another, again, B main event. 30 laps the distance as we get them all checked in. 13.5 rubber sprint car, one of the healthiest classes of the night. This was our biggest class, 17 entries for the 13.5 rubber tire B. So we have Joe Nichols, Keith Sims, Larry Ruby, Brandon Patty, Greg Minfie, and Arnold Britton enter 2 bumps from the C main. Or all 3 bumps, actually. All 3 bumps from the C main. If you guys are leaving us, thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting Dirt Oval Racing once again at Bakersfield RC Raceway and John Candy Live. If you've not done so, make sure you check us out on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, all your social media. We're on X as well. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all the things on John Candy Live that will keep us going and keep all the streaming happening for you guys. So we've got getting our C feature drivers locked in. There is Miss Polly. There is Steve Lawler. So Frank Valentino giving up his spots to Steve Lawler to let him continue his journey on 13.5 rubber tire sprint car. We got them all checked in. No more laps, guys. Let's line them up on the back straightaway. Need to turn Marshall in turns 3 and 4. Just in turn number 3, guys. Just in turn number 3. Joe Nichols, your BQ, in the number 1 spot. Keith Sims sitting P2. Larry Ruby in the number 3 spot. Brandon Patty. Greg Minfie. Arnold Britton. Miss Polly. And Steve Lawler. Our 2 bumps from the B. We've got marshals. We've got drivers. All right, Joe Nichols, the field is yours. We're going green flag racing off of turn number 4. You guys are doing an amazing job right here getting through these main events. Thank you, each and every one of you. We're green right here off of turn number 4. Joe Nichols, the field is yours. 30 laps the distance here in this B main event. They click them off quick, especially in 13.5 sprint car. If you're going to make a move, you got to do it early. Joe Nichols out front. Larry Ruby in the number 2 spot. Caution off of 2. Caution off of 2. Caution off of 2. It's clear. Now Keith Sims up to the number 2 spot. Larry Ruby sitting P3. Miss Polly, Brandon Patty rounding out your top 5. Caution at 2. Caution at 2. Caution at 2. It's clear. We got carnage all over the track early and often in this one. 13.5, a rubber tire sprint car B main. Caution in 4, caution in 4, caution in 4, caution in 4 is clear. Joe Nichols, Miss Polly, Keith Sims, Larry Ruby, your top 4. In the number 5 spot, that is Brandon Patty. We have 16 laps in the books now, just at the halfway point for Joe Nichols. Nichols and Miss Polly now up to P2. Miss Polly from the C in Nightmare up to battle to get in the A main event. She's looking really good in that yellow and black machine. Now Sims gets by. Does that the battle for the spot? It is. Keith Sims now in the red and black. GFRP hits the pipe, goes upside down. Miss Polly gets back by. We've got 8 laps left to go. Nichols, Miss Polly, Keith Sims, your top 3. Rocking and rolling. Miss Polly now has a 1.8 second advantage over Keith Sims. Keith Sims is about a half a lap back. Miss Polly's just got to sit right there for the final 3 laps as we have just 2 more to go at the line. Caution out for 4, low and 4, low, low, low and 4, low and 4, low and 4, heads up in 4. It's clear. White flag in the air. One more time around for Joe Nichols. That's a race for Joe Nichols. Next driver by is Miss Polly. Those 2 will bump to the A. Keith Sims comes home in the number 3 spot. Brandon Patty, Greg Minfie. Wow. My, oh my. Miss Polly doing a little soup run from the C to the B And now she'll be in the A. What a run for Nightmare and Miss Polly. That's what I'm talking about. Race number 7. Miss Polly going back to back. She's got to have an adrenaline pump like no other. And having to turn around and go right back to 13.5 truck. So we'll give her just a little bit of time to calm her down, calm the nerves, and get back out to race for number 7. Is Greg Minfie. Greg Minfie not going to make it. Joe Nichols. Let's get Joe Nichols checked in here. Oh, one more time, Joe. Did you change transponders on me? Oh, there you go. Got you. Casey Phillips. No Casey Phillips. All right, in that case, let's line them up on the back straightaway. Miss Polly, your top qualifier for 13.5 Outlaw Truck. Bryson Wood in the number 2 spot. Steve Lawler, P3. Sitting fourth, Trenton Miller. Joe Nichols in the number 5 spot. Bruce Johnson and Jackie Wood. Let's line them up and get them going. Marshall in 1, guys. Marshall in 1. Marshall in 1. Sorry about that. Thought we had them all covered. Please, anybody help us out here in turn number 1. Millard starts 4th. All right, there's 2 tenths right there. All right, Miss Polly, fresh off of that crazy run of the C main to the B main to the A main. Now she's in her own 13.5 truck. Let's get her done right here off of turn at number 4. Miss Polly, Bryson Wood, Steve Lawler, Trenton Millard, Joe Nichols, Bruce Johnson, green, green, green. All right, restart, guys. Restart. First one's got to be good. If the second one is not good, As long as the leader gets through clean, we will go green. All right, one more try at a complete restart right here. Space them out, guys. Space them out. Space them out. Space them out. You guys are not professionales, except for Miss Polly, because we're green. Green, green, green once again. That is a clean start for 13-5 truck. Miss Polly out front. Bryson with the number 2 spot. Bruce Johnson, Trenton Millard, Joe Nichols, Jackie Wood, Steve Lawler, Greg Minfie. Looking good out there. Miss Polly, Bryson Wood, and Joe Nichols. That's your top 3 right now. One minute down, 3 left to go. Miss Polly, she's on a 54-lap pace. She's got a 0.8-second advantage over Bryson Wood. Now Bryson Wood, I do believe that's the 21 machine. That is trying to run down Miss Polly. Now is right there on the tail feathers. Bryson Wood now side by side with Miss Polly. That's pass for the lead. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. Now we got a new leader, Bryson Wood, the number 1 spot. Miss Polly's hitting P2. In the number 3 spot, Joe Nichols, Trenton Miller, Bruce Johnson rounding out your top 5. Bryson Wood, black number 21 machine. That is on rails. Nice and smooth. That car's actually rotating through the corner as well as Miss Polly's. Unbelievable. Bryson Wood, Miss Polly, Joe Nichols, your top 3. Caution off of 2 in the back straightaway. Caution at 2 in the back straightaway. 2 in the back straightaway. Back straightaway still there, and clear. 1:55 left to go. Bryson Wood still out front. Miss Polly still in tow, still in sight. Right in front of your leaders is the 777 of Joe Nichols. Looks like Trenton Miller's going to call it. He's off of the racing surface. Bryson Wood, Miss Polly, Joe Nichols, still your top 3. Bryson able to get by the 777 machine. Now 1 lap car between your 2 leaders. Now here comes your leader all over the backside of Bruce Johnson. Johnson almost chops the nose of the 21 machine of Bryson Wood. Here he comes, Bryson Wood. Oh my goodness. That is some good, amazing stuff right there. Let's check him out on the speed shot down on the front straightaway. Bryson still out front. Joe Nichols trying to run down Bryson Wood, but Bryson is way too strong in that 21 machine. I say that, but Joe Nichols is right there. He gets back by, tries to get a lap back. He will do so. Keep it running, keep it running. 45 seconds left to go. Drivers 45 left to go. Bryson Wood still out front. Miss Polly's hitting P2, only back by 1.2 seconds. He keeps messing around right there with Joe Nichols. Things might get a little testy here towards the back of this thing. Joe Nichols got a fast hot rod, staying out in front of the 21 machine. 30 seconds left to go. Nichols hits the pipe. Now here comes, Bryson Wood, a wheel stand off of turn number 2. My, oh my. What a race we have going on right now for the top spot. Miss Polly trying to run down the 21 of Bryson Wood. Joe Nichols up on the bike now. Bryson Wood gets back by. Can't Joe Nichols? He goes upside down to turns 3 and 4. That might do it, as that is a race when you come to the line. Yes, Bryson Wood picks up the win. 55-4 flat. Miss Polly comes home second. 55-4-34. Back by 1.7 seconds. Joe Nichols, Bruce Johnson, Trenton Miller rounds out that top 5. What a race. What a run right there for Bryson Wood, Miss Polly, Joe Nichols, and Bruce Johnson. That is 13-5 Outlaw Truck. Foam Tire Racing time. Joe Nichols, Joe Sinclair, Josh Davis, Steve Lawler, Jack Jack. This is 13.5 EDM. Ready to do battle. Race number 4. Well, we're down to Joe. And it wasn't your TQ. So Joe Nichols. At 777 machine. No more laps, guys. Let's line them up on the back straightaway. Joe Nichols. Number 1 spot, Joe Sinclair. Breaks in hot laps. Blows up a bearing in that right rear carrier. Josh Davis will go to P2. Steve Lawler and Jack Jack. 4 cars. 4 corners covered. Joe Nichols, the field is yours. 4 minutes of racing action for 13.5 EDM. Green flags in the air. Josh Davis with a quick move in the 42. Can he keep it out front? Davis looking really sporty in that 42 machine. Low in 3 and 4, low in 3 and 4, low in 3 and 4. It's clear. Davis, Nichols, Jack Jack, Steve Lawler. Oh, Jack Jack pulling small 360s, then blows out Steve Lawler in turns 1 and 2. Josh Davis. Oh, caution 4, caution 4, caution 4. It's Lawler and Stevens. My, oh my. These cars are magnets right here in this A main event. Here's that Skinny's Automotive Speed Shop right there in your living room. The 13.5 Foam Tire EDM A main event. Cars are looking really good out there. We need to get more of these on the surface for sure. 3.893 fast lap for Josh Davis. Right there on lap number 13. Oh, big time contact down the front straightaway. Somehow, some way, that 48-57 machine make contact about every 3 laps. Josh Davis still out front in the 42 machine. He is into 3 off of 4 down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Once again, that thing is rocking and rolling. Big heads-up move right there from Josh Davis and avoid contact with the 48 machine of Jack Jack. But he smacks the 57 of Lawler. Coming up on 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Josh Davis that time by with a 4.2, a 4.3 from Joe Nichols, a 4.3 from Jack Jack, and a 4.6 from Steve Lawler. These cars have some speed. Just got to figure out the consistency. Right now, Jack Jack looks a little bit tight in and free everywhere else because he's so tight getting in the corner. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go. There's that speed shot down the front straightaway once again. Caution 3 and 4, high and 4, high and 4. Your leader into some trouble now down the front straightaway. Josh Davis taking it easy, gets by the 57 of Lawler. Caution in 3, high and 3, high and 3, high and 3, high and 3. Looks like Nichols is going to elect to do a little testing and tuning on that radio with 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go. Looks like he put a click or two too much steering in it. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. Josh Davis still out front. Once again, up next, race number 9. Traxxas Super Late Models. Traxxas Super Late Models. Getting through tech. Traxxas Super Late Models. The K3 Motorsports. Coming in healthy at Bakersfield RC Raceway. .40 seconds left to go in this one. Josh Davis, Joe Nichols, Jack, and Steve Lawler still your top 4. 35 seconds left to go on the clock. .20 seconds remaining. Josh Davis still out front, but he had a bit of a problem right there to turns 3 and 4. Still a commanding, healthy lead. Just has to keep the rubber side down and all 4 corners on the 42 for the final 2 laps. Right now, will he make it by for one more? He will not. You were caught. So next time when you cross the line, that's a race. Josh Davis picks up the win, 56-4 flat. Jack comes home in the number 2 spot. Joe Nichols, Steve Lawler, and Joe Sinclair. Great job, Josh Davis, picking up his first win of the 2025 season here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Second win. Get it right, Kenny. That'll take us to the Traxxas Super Lates. This is the K3 specialty. Bakersfield RC Raceway. Dakota Schweitzer bringing the crew out here. It's great to see all the car drivers and all the big car fans. What I'm talking about, baby. Love to see it. All right, is McNeil? Is McNeil still here? Him and Leach are gone. So Tyler Irwin, Brock Crawford, Dakota Schweitzer, Ricky Childress, and Brittany Howard. Hey, look, Ricky, you'll get your first top 5. All right, the number 1 spot, Tyler Irwin. Brock Crawford's going to be the number 2 spot. Third will be Dakota Schweitzer, Ricky Childress, and Brittany Howard. Oh, somebody get a camera on that. Somebody zoom in on that. This is going to be a zoom in feature. All the beating and banging and upside down. Oh, a guest driver? Oh, wow. He was even scared to get a top 5 with 5 cars. All right, Tyler Irwin, the field is yours. Let's get him going. We're going green next time by. Marshall in 1, guys. Sorry, hold on, guys. Oh, Marshall is there. We got it. Right here. We're going to go right here. Green. That was probably the best way to start him right there. Because it is clean and green through the first lap. Whoa, almost going upside down. Brock Crawford getting on the bike big time into turns 1 and 2. Here they come, beating and banging down off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2 once again. Caution. Nope, they are all good. Brock Crawford pushing the limits. Tyler Irwin out front, the number 1 spot. How did this class all of a sudden become super calm, but once Ricky Childress stopped driving in it? I haven't heard one Lexan pop the whole time. 50 seconds in, 3:10 left to go. Tyler Irwin's out front. Brock Crawford, the number 2 spot. Dakota Schweitzer sitting P3. Ricky Childress Jr. That is the Renner Ride. The 16 machine now has Joe Sinclair behind the wheel. Irwin still out front. He's got a 1.5 second advantage over the number 2 spot of Brock Crawford. That's just about as straightaway as you can see him down the back straightaway. Crawford sitting P2. Dakota Schweitzer in the number 3 spot. Ricky Childress and Brittany Howard. Make sure you follow Dakota Schweitzer and K3 Motorsports. The K3 Traxxas Super Late models here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. 130 down, 230 left to go. Tyler Irwin still out front. That is the 172 machine. Off of 2 down the back straight into turns 3 and 4. You see him coming down the speed shot right down the front straightaway, right near living room, right here on John Candy Live. 2:15 left to go. Oh my goodness, almost upside down for Tyler Irwin. We're going to have a new leader here off of turn number 4. Dakota Schweitzer up to the number 1 spot. But not for long. Here comes the Fox Racing number 47. Up to P1, Brock Crawford. Schweitzer, and Irwin, your top 3. We've got 1 minute 50 seconds left to go. Upside down for Schweitzer. Schweitzer and Howard, a little family feud over there in the turns 1 and 2. Brock Crawford still up front, the number 1 spot. Tyler Irwin's in P2. Dakota Schweitzer, Ricky Childress, that is Joe Sinclair, and Brittany Howard. Rounding out your top 5. 1 minute 25 seconds left to go. Drivers 1, 2, 5 on the clock here for Traxxas Super Lates. Up next, Traxxas Modified A Main race number 10. Make sure you're ready to go. Brock Crawford still out front. He's got a 0.9 second advantage over Tyler Irwin. So Irwin trying to run him down in the 172 machine. He's got 1 minute left to go to do it. 1 lap car between your 2 leaders. Crawford in the 47. The 16 between them is Joe Sinclair. The 172, that is Tyler Irwin. Right now, they're all matching lap times. 5.5 to 5.40. Upside down goes Sinclair. We got a turtle in turn number 4. Brock Crawford still out front. He's been clean since the drop of the green. Tyler Irwin, P2. Dakota Schweitzer, the number 3 spot. Joe Sinclair and Brittany Howard right there on the same lap as Joe Sinclair. And Joe Sinclair is a professional RC driver. They're almost there. He's got sponsors, right? You got sponsors, you're a pro driver. 5 seconds left to go. 5 seconds left to go, drivers. Crawford, Irwin, Schweitzer, Sinclair, and Howard upside down. What's they're going to put them at the end? As you cross the line, you'll be finished. That's the race, and that's how they'll finish. Brock Crawford picks up the win. It Traxxas Super Lates. Tyler Irwin comes home in the number 2 spot. Dakota Schweitzer. I'm going to DQ Sinclair. That's going to put Brittany Howard up to P4, and Sinclair rounding out the top 5. That's what happens when you're the race director guy. You can do whatever you want. Sinclair, you're out of there. Here we go. Traxxas Modified. Brady Mertz, Wally Gator, Justin Good, Will Preston. Mike Durier is left the building, and Ryan Absher. All right, still looking for a check out of Will Preston and Ryan Absher. Are they here? Will Preston, Ryan Absher. Both of them? All right, so we're left with 4. It'll be just these 4 Traxxas Modifieds. Is Bowles going to make this one? All right, he's put body clips on in the dark over there. All right, let's check it in. Let's check it in for Nova. You said, I want to go try to race with the big boys there. Here he is. All right, let's let him up on the back straightaway. Brady Mertz. Brady Mertz, your top qualifier in the number 2 spot. Wally Gator. Mertz, Gator, Justin Good, P3. Corey Carter. And Nova Bowles. All right, let's get him going. Let's get him going. Here we go, guys. Traxxas Modified. Going live next time by. Next time by. Space him out nice and even. Space him out nice and even. Green, 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 green. All right, restart, guys. Restart, restart, restart. I saw that one coming. A mile away. You can't win it on the first one. And I guess you can't lose it on the first one because we give you a restart. All right, Brady Mertz, Wally Gator, Justin Good, Corey Carter, and Nova Bowles. Space them out nice and even. Let's get them going. Green, 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 green. I got you a little quick start on you. Let's keep them going. I'm going to call that clean enough to keep it green. Traxxas Modified, a main event. Out front, Wally Gator. That is the black and silver number 69 machine with the illegal zip tie on the front of that entry. Who was that? Drop in late. One minute down, 3 left to go. Wally Gator still out front in the number 1 spot. In the number 2 spot, that is Brady Mertz. Just to get the number 3 spot, Will Preston, Nova Bowles, and the unknown driver. Still Wally Gator out front, the number 1 spot, 42.401. He's looking off lap number 17 this time by. In the number 3 spot, that is Brady Mertz and Corey Carter rounding out your top 4. Then you pick up the unknown driver and Nova Bowles. Caution 3 and 4, caution 3 and 4, caution 3 and 4. It's clear. Oh, we got one ripping off the body. I believe that's Nova. $145 left to go. $145 left to go. Brady Mertz out front. Creeping up on his halfway point on his lap times. Caution and 2, caution and 2, caution and 2, caution and 2 is clear. All right, there, the speed shot and the full send at John Kennedy Live. You're seeing it right here. And a man camera action by Patrick Henderson. Owner operator. Flowroad.co. Caution on the back straightaway. We got Nova Bowles upside down. Hard to see with no body on it. That Traxxas machine still rocking and rolling. Traxxas is strong. 3 minutes down. 1 left to go. Rubber Tire Late Model A main. You guys are up next. Should be through tech. Ready to rock and roll. You have 1 minute in this feature right here. Oh, turn marshal himself right there. I think somehow Nova Bowles' car got faster as he ripped the body off it. 45 seconds left to go. Brady Mertz out front. Justin Good, P2. Mertz, that is the purple and white number 25 machine. He's into 1 off of turn number 2 down the back straight. He goes into 3 and 4. That's your leader, Brady Mertz. No, upside down. We had I think that was Nova Bowles. No, Nova's got the topless machine. That's the unknown driver. Justin Goods hit the number 2 spot. Good. That is the black and red number 25 machine. He's off a 2 down the back straight in turns 3 and 4. Wally Gator rounding out your top 3. That is the silver and black number 69. As you cross the line, you will be finished. That's a race. Brady Mertz picks up the win. Justin Good comes home second, and Wally Gator rounds out your top 3. That'll take us to race number 11. Race 11. Fast guys. In the building. This is Rubber Tire Late Model A main event. You know the deal. You know what we'll be waiting for. Get him out here, guys. Get him out here. Slow him up, guys. Slow him up. Slow him up. We've got... You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. You guys can roll them out as much as you like, but I advise you don't break them before you get to race them. And if you're going to park on the track, I would advise parking outside that white line around the outside of the racing surface. All right, all good. No more laps, guys. No more laps. No more laps. On the back straightaway, Chad Lance, your top qualifier. In the number 2 spot, Joe Sinclair. P3, Brian Hughes, Greg Menifee, Brad Garner, Joe Nichols, and Trent Millard. So Chad Lance is an official rubber tire racer. He has lost a tire, and we are ready to rock and roll. Corners are covered. Drivers are ready to rock and roll. Chad Lance, the field is yours. We're going racing next time off of turn number 4. Space them out nice and even. Joe. Oh, shoot. I mean, surely Clark Templeman knows how to put on a body clip. I know he knows how to go fast. Here we go, guys. Next time by, next time by. Lance, Sinclair, Hughes, Menifee, Gardner, green, green, green. Restart, restart, restart. Restart just like that. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's restart and retry once again. Chad Lance, Joe Sinclair, and the rest of the field. Here we go. We're going to go right here off of turn number 4. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Something happened here. Clear results. Okay, here we go. We're good. Next time by. Let's roll them out nice and even. Space them out one more time. Here we go. Next time by. Space them out nice and even. Rubber tire late model. Modified. We are green. There we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Modified rubber tire late model action here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Chad Lance laid down the biggest run of the night in his number 16 GFRP Gen Aces entry. John's BSR tires. Now he's got out front, and he's out front by a lot. Half a lap already in 30 seconds for Chad Lance. Caution, back straightaway, low on the back straightaway, low on the back straightaway. Steve Scott, thank you, sir. Lance, Nichols, Hughes, and Sinclair, your top 4. Caution at 2 is clear. Caution at 2 is still there. Now it's clear. Chad Lance out front. Last time by with a 3.834 fast lap for Chad Lance. 3.792. 3.98 for Joe Nichols right now in the number 2 spot. Brian Hughes, his fast lap. 3.889. Joe Sinclair and Greg Menifee rounding out your top 5. These cars are hooked up and moving here tonight at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Chad Lance just hopping out the pipe and grabbing another driver, but no harm, no foul. He stays out front. 64.03 right now the pace for Chad Lance. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Lance now all over the backside of flying Brian Hughes right there coming off of turn number 1. Now the back straight into turns 3 and 4. Man, these guys are really moving around here. That is another 3-second lap time for Chad Lance. His fast lap, 3.792, coming on lap number 7. 145 down, 2:15 left to go. They are rocking and rolling around the High Banks Clay Oval here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Joe Nichols heading P3, Joe Sinclair, Greg Menifee, Trenton Millard, and Brad Gardner rounding out your top 7. Halfway there, 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Here they go. Skinny's Automotive Speed Shop right there in your front living room for the modified rubber tire sprint car racing action. We are rocking and rolling here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Chad Lance, 61 lap pace. Now he bumps it up to a 62 lapper just like that. With a full field of modified rubber tire late models, he's out there cutting and slicing and dicing right through the field. Lance and that number 16 Hyperdrive GFRP Gen Aces John's BSR tire entry out there running away from the field. He's got a 9-second advantage. It's just about 2 laps on the field. Look at Lance. Looks like we should have not waited for him on that left front wheel in hot laps because he is running away with it right now. 1:15 left to go. Chad Lance in the number 1 spot. In the number 2 spot, Brian Hughes, Joe Sinclair, Joe Nichols, and Greg Menifee, your top 5. Caution at 2. Caution at 2 is clear. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. Chad Lance out there running away with this one. Just has to keep the rubber side down and keep it nice and smart. Whoa, now trying to get by Menifee. Menifee almost grabbing a piece of your leader right there down the max straightaway. Oh, your leader upside down at turn number 4. He still has a healthy lead. Brian Hughes in the number 2 spot. That is Brian right in front of him. He's about 2 laps down as of right now. Trying to go back 3 laps on the field for Chad Lance. 30 seconds left to go. Will he be patient or will he try to push it? Right now, right in front, crossing, slicing, dicing right in front of your leader. Now it's a free and clear track right now out in front of Chad Lance in the 16 machine. Brian Hughes still P2 over Joe Sinclair. Greg Menifee, your top 4. Here we go. 15 seconds left to go. Lance, Hughes, Sinclair, Menifee. 10 seconds on the clock. That's about 3 more laps for your leader. Here we go. Lance on the back straightaway in turns 3 and 4. Rocking and rolling up the field. Now side by side, side swipe right in front of your leader. That's not going to affect him at all as we're coming down to the final lap. As you cross the line, you'll be finished. And just like that, that's a race. Chad Lance picks up the win. 61-401. Brian Hughes comes home in the number 2 spot. Joe Sinclair, Greg Menifee, Trenton Miller, Joe Nichols, and Brad Gardner. Congratulations, Chad Lance, TQ and A main event victory.
All right, 13-5, Rubber Tire A main event on the track. Templeman setting that TQ. Case, Costin, Patty, Gamble, Barber, Miss Polly. Who's our final bump? Anybody bump up with Miss Polly? There we go. All right, we got our drivers checked in. We got our corners covered. We need a marshal on one. Marshal and one. It is covered. All right. Drivers are locked and loaded. This is going to be a 50-lap A main event for 13-5 Rubber Tire Sprints. Setting TQ here tonight, Clark Templeman. Case in that 2 spot. Costin qualifying 3rd. Brett Patty 4th. Tony Gamble in that 5 spot. Dave Barber qualifying 6th. Miss Polly and Joe Nichols are our bumps from the lower mains. Clark Templeman, field is yours. First lap's got to be good, and we'll try it again. Shit. Let's go one more time around. One more time around. One more time. One more time. One more time. Here we go. This time off of turn number 4. Go, 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 go. Beautiful start here. 13-5 Rubber Tire A main event. Templeman set that TQ. Looking to check out here. 13-5 sprint. Templeman in that red car and white. Kevin Costin the 2 spot. He's in that fluorescent green and fluorescent yellow. Costin. Getting a bad one. Takes a tumble down the back straightaway. Gets it back up and going. Meanwhile, Templeman, your leader, coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Now on the tail end of Barber. Barber gives him plenty of room. Templeman gets around. Templeman off turn number 4. Red and white. Number 17 up on the wing. Nick Case to the 2. Patty, Costin, Barber, Gamble, Nichols, and Miss Polly. 35 laps to go. 50-lap main event. Up next, race number 13, 17-5 Spec Sprint A main. Up next, 17-5 Spec Sprint A main. Start making your way through tech. Meanwhile, Templeman, 30 laps remaining. Templeman with the hot rod, 3.7 hot lap on lap 21 for your leader. Nick Case with a 3.9 on lap 21. Costin with the 3.8, Patty with the 3.9, Gamble with the 3.9, Barber with the 4.1, Nichols with the 4.0, Miss Polly with the 4.2, Templeman with the 3.8 last time by. $15 laps last time by for your leader, Clark Tippleman. Getting it done here, working his way through traffic on the back end of the 2 spot, putting Case down. Another lap. $10 laps to go this time by. Red car, your leader, 2 spot, Nick Case. 3 spot, Costin. Gamble in that 4 spot. Dave Barber, the Bakersfield Bullet in the 5 spot. Brett Patty in the 6. Templeman with 4 to go. 3 to go last time by. Red and white car. 17, your leader. Working on the back end of Gamble and Barber. That's for the 5 spot. Leader makes it through. White flag for your leader, and that is a race. Clark Templeman taking the A main event win here for 13.5 sprints. What a run for the 17 car. Nick Case coming home second. Kevin Costin in the 3 spot. Tony Gamble, Barber, Patty Nichols, and Miss Polly. What a race for Templeman. Taking home the TQ and that A main event win. Congratulations. Hitting the track now, race number 1-3, race number 13. All right, drivers are getting checked in. Marshals are setting the cars and making the way back out. We are looking good for our main events here. Bakersfield RC Raceway. Thank you guys for all coming out, supporting on a Christmas weekend. A lot of new toys out. Rookie class in full effect. That's what we like to see. Spec Sprint A main on the track. This is race number 13. Weston Sims, Melvin Ramus, Bruce Johnson, Brantley Lance, Jackie Wood, and Bryson Wood. Need a marshal over off of turn number 2. One on the wall. Bryson, you gonna make this one? Another 50-lap A main event headed your way. 17.5 Spec Sprint. All right, let's go ahead and roll them up on the back straightaway. No more laps, no more laps. Set in TQ for 17.5 Spec Sprint, Weston Sims. Qualifying second, Melvin Ramus. Bruce Johnson in the 3 spot. Brantley Lance qualifying 4th. Jackie Wood 5th. 5-car A main event. Weston Sims, field is yours. First lap's got to be good. We'll try it again. This time, go, 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 go. $50-lap A main event underway. Weston Sims, Melvin Ramus, Johnson, 1, 2, and 3. Wood up to the 4 spot. Lance in the 5 spot. Check him out on the track. Weston Sims, that red, white, and blue. Getting it up on the pipe, gets it crossed up, gets it back up and going, and still your leader. Last time by, Melvin Aramis in the 2 spot. .40 laps to go for Weston Sims. Working up on the tail end of the 3 spot and the 2 spot. Running order is Sims, Ramus, Wood, Johnson, Lance. 5-car field for our 17.5 spec sprint division. 34 to go last time by. Weston Sims got a hot rod here in the A main event, coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. .29 to go. Make that 28 last time by. Weston Sims. Sims working his way through traffic. So we got Sims, Ramus, Wood, 1, 2, and 3. Bruce Johnson in the 4 spot. Brantley Lance in the 5. 21 to go. Up next, race number 14, Midget A main. Start making your way through Tech, Midget A main. Through Tech. Meanwhile, Weston Sims takes a tumble over turn number 4. He's got a lap or 2 up on the field. As long as he don't break it, he'll be good to go for the A main event win. Weston Sims, a red, white, and blue. Into 1 and 2 now, working on the tail end of Johnson. Johnson gives us plenty of room. Sims, Wood, Ramus. So Wood up to the 2 spot. 10 laps to go. Weston Sims. Can he hold on to it? Keep it on all 4. Weston Sims looking good all night in qualifying. And here in the main event, same thing, getting it done. Five to go this time by. Sims, Wood, Ramus, 1, 2, and 3. Lance up to the 4 spot. Johnson drop it to the 5. Caution off of 4. It is clear. 3 to go. White flag for your leader. And that is a race. Weston Sims taking the A main event win. Jackie Wood coming home second. Melvin Ramus in the 3 spot. Lance Johnson rounding out your 5-car field.
Here we go, Midget A main event, Midget A main event, and our 2 bumps. Arnold Britton, Tony Gamble, Steve Scott, Brett Patty, Dave Barber, Trent Millard. I need turn marshals, all my turn marshals. The boys are not helping us out in turn number 4. The boys are going to help us out in turn number 3. And you guys are more than welcome to drop a little $5, maybe a little $10 spot for helping us out all night long for turn marshaling and getting right through our program. All right, guys, we've only got 4 more mains plus this one. So this is race number 14 of 18. We are ready to rock and roll. Let's line them up on the back straightaway. Arnold Britton in the number 1 spot. Tony Gamble sitting P2. Steve Scott in the number 3 spot. Brett Patty, Dave Barber, Trenton Millard, and our 2 bumps from the B, Nick Case and Larry Ruby. Just like that, our field is set. All right. Let's roll them out, guys. Let's roll them out. Here we go. It's the Midget A main event at Bakersfield RC Raceway. 8 cars. 4 minutes is the distance, and the loop is live. Loop is live. That's what I'm talking about. Midget A main event racing action right in your living room. Right here on John Candy Live. Out front, Arnold Britton, the number 1 spot. Tony Gamble, the number 2 spot. Sitting P3, that is Steve Scott. Now, Nick Case up to the number 4 spot, and Larry Ruby in tow. So your B qualifiers, Nick Case and Larry Ruby already up battling for a top 3. Britton's out front, the number 1 spot. He's on a 53-lap pace. He's got a 1.4 second advantage over Steve Scott, sitting P2. Caution out for 4. Caution out for 4. No, caution out for 4. Dead car. Dead car. Caution out for 4. High and 4, guys. Really high and 4. Really high and 4. Go really high off 4. It's clear. That was Nick Case ripping a gear out of it. 1 minute down. 3 left to go. 1 down. 3 left to go. Britton still out front. Steve Scott in the number 2 spot. Sitting P3, that is Brett Patty. Now, Brett Patty up to P2. Brett Patty, the man on the move right now. That is the number 48 machine. He's rocking off of turn number 4 down the front straight with turns 1 and 2. Off of 2 down the back straight in 3 and 4. Right there on your screen. Arnold Britton's out front. That is a white and blue machine. He is off of 4. He's got about a half a lap lead on P2 of Brett Patty. Steve Scott sitting 3rd. Dave Barber, Tony Gamble, Trenton Millard, Larry Ruby. The only car out, that is Nick Case. Unfortunate for Case. He had a bit of a spill right there off of turn number 4, ripping the gear out of it. 2:10 left to go. Drivers 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. There's that Skinny's Automotive Speed Shot coming to you right off of turn number 4. The Midget A main event. Looking mighty fine out here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go. Britton still out front. He's got a 3-second advantage now over the second place car of Brett Patty. Just about a 3/4 of a lap lead. Steve Scott's in P2. Dave Barber, Tony Gamble, Larry Ruby, and Trenton Millard rounding out that top 7. 1 minute, 30 seconds remain on the clock. Still Britton out front. Brett Patty, Steve Scott, and Barber. Right now, the fastest lap of the race goes to Steve Scott with a 4.367. Your top 4 drivers, all with 4.3 second lap times. Very evenly matched cars. It's all about consistency right here in Midget and keeping the 4 tires on the racing surface. But somehow, someway, Arnold Britton's car has not flipped over. Each and every time he goes around a corner, those 2 left side tires come off of the ground. You can see it right there in turns 1 and 2. And here in 3 and 4 now gets by Steve Scott, almost making contact somehow, some way, able to stay out front with 3 minutes, 15 seconds down, 45 seconds left to go. Britton, Patty, Steve Scott, Dave Barber, Larry Ruby, your top 5. Looking at 30 seconds here to go for the Midget A main event. Speed shot action coming to you right here off of turn at number 4. Hitting back to the man racing action, Arnold Britton, Brett Patty. Now, Steve Scott, Dave Barber, your top 4. Staying clean and green. Only car out of the mix is Nick Case. Now, Tony Gamble, he pulls off here on lap number 40. 5 seconds left to go, drivers. Rocking and rolling. Britton leading from green to checkered. As you cross the line, that will be a race. That's it. Britton picks up the win. Brett Patty comes home second. Steve Scott Dave Barber, Larry Ruby, Trent Miller, Tony Gamble, and Nick Case. That is a race. You guys know the deal. Let's get back out to turn marshal race number 15, modified rubber tire sprint car. So finishing back-to-back with another great duo. Mod Sprint, 17.5 foam tire sprint, and then two more, and that'll do it for night number 3 of the doubleheaders here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you to each and every one of you for coming out and supporting us here on the High Bite Clay Oval. Caution, guys. Caution 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Let's slow them up, guys. Let's slow them up. Slow them up. Slow them up. Whoa them up. And thank you so much as we've got marshals en route. You know the deal, guys. Don't break them before you get to race them. And it is a 9-car field. That's right, a 9-car field. Let's get them all stopped and line up on the back straightaway. No more laps, guys. No more laps. All right, number 1 spot, Joe Sinclair, your TQ modified rubber tire sprint car. The number 2 spot, Clark Templeman. P3, Brian Hughes. Wes Sims in the number 4 spot, Chad Lance. Brian Patakian, Brad Gardner, Will Popek, Greg Menifee. All right, Marshall in 2. Somebody that is willing and able to get over there and help us out. We've got drivers en route. 1's covered. 2, 3, and 4. We've got Sinclair, Templeman, Brian Hughes, Wes Sims, Chad Lance, Brian Badaki, and Brad Gardner, Will Popek, and Greg Menifee. All right, Joe Sinclair, the field is yours. Let's get him going, guys. Let's get him going. We're going green flag racing next time by, right here off of turn number 4. Green. Rocking and rolling with modified rubber tire sprint car action at Bakersfield RC Raceway. 9 cars, modified rubber tire sprint car. That's what I'm talking about. A driver's stand full. 9 drivers deep. Rocking and rolling here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. 30 seconds in, Joe Sinclair still out front. Clark Templeman, just like that, passed for the lead. That's the 18T machine flying around the blue and yellow. Off of 2 down the back straightaway, turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, he goes once again to turns 1 and 2. Just like that, that's a lap around Bakersfield RC Raceway in a modified rubber tire sprint car. Looking mighty fine out there is Templeman in the number 2 spot. Then you find Brian Hughes. Caution him forward. He's clear. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. 1 down, 3 left to go. We've got carnage all over the place. Now check out the front straightaway. It's clear. They are driving hard here in modified rubber tire sprint car. Caution the back straightaway. Caution high on the back straightaway. Back straightaway. No, just sniped one. And now we are left with just 5. Just make it 6 cars just like that. Templeman still out front. The 18T, the cream rising to the top once again for Clark Templeman. Templeman, Hughes, Chad Lance, Joe Sinclair. That's your top 4. Brad Gardner, number 5 spot. Wes Sims, Will Popek, Greg Menifee hitting Mac out there. So 8 cars able to continue as we keep rocking and rolling here for the A main event. Menifee back off the pace once again, but Templeman still out front now. Brian Hughes, he's only back by .080. That's the battle for the lead. Off of 4 down the front straight. Templeman hops the pipe and loses the wing. Templeman's going to be tough to go around for the 18T. He's going to pull it off on the front straightaway And that's going to do it for Clark Templeman. Up front now, flying Brian Hughes. The ZBR Racing 5 machine, all yellow. Off of 2, down to back straight in turns 3 and 4. That is your current leader in the number 2 spot. That is going to be Chad Lance. Chad Lance in the 16 Gen Aces GFRP. Here comes the battle for the lead down the front straightaway. Brian Hughes, Joe Sinclair. Sorry about that, Sinclair up to P2 now. He is back by 2 seconds, so Sinclair half a lap back from your leader. Here comes our turn marshal. We had one up and out of the park here in turn number 4. Back to the live feed right here. We've got Hughes, Sinclair, Chad Lance, your top 3. Sinclair's back by 2.7 seconds. Chad Lance is only back by 1.2 to Joe Sinclair. So out front, Brian Hughes has 55 seconds left to go to take home the win here tonight in modified rubber tire sprint car. Can he hold it down? That is the blue and yellow number 5 machine ZBR Racing entry. In 1, off of 2, down the back straight in turns 3 and 4. There you see him right there on the speed shot, right down across your screen with 35 seconds left to go. Flying Brian Hughes has a rear view mirror full of the 16 to Chad Lance. Might want to let him go because he's got some speed and you got some time. We had a problem, and the problem was with Brian Hughes because we've got a new leader, Joe Sinclair. Sinclair to the top spot. Brian Hughes gets knocked down to P2. Sinclair has to hold on. He's got a half a lap lead now. Brian Hughes upside down one more time. Joe Sinclair flips the script with about 10 laps left to go as we're in the final few seconds. White flag will be in the air this time by for your leader. Next time when you cross the line, you will be finished. And right there, when you cross the line, that's a race. Joe Sinclair picks up the win. Brian Hughes comes home second over Chad Lance, Brad Gardner, and Willie Popek, your top 5. What a finish and what a drive right there. That was good stuff from Joe Sinclair, Brian Hughes, Chad Lance, Brad Gardner, Will Popek. Once again, that top 5. That'll take us to race number 16, 17.5 foam tire sprint car. Foam sprint, Traxxas Super Stock and Outlaw Buggy. That's all we got left here. Thank you guys so much once again for coming out and hanging out with us here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Yet another 100-plus car entry night. Been a successful 2025 so far here for all of us. Track prep on point. Shout out to Sean Headley. Facility looking amazing. Shout out Jimmy Johnson. And hopefully the footage is good for all you watching at home. Here we go. We're going to have 8 cars locked in here for 17.5 foam tire sprint car. And don't look now. Make it 9 cars. Here comes Jack and Jimmy Johnson. Check out that driver stand filling up with RC drivers. Holy smokes. You guys know the deal. Do not break them before you get to race them. All right, is everyone content with how they... Let's do no more laps, guys. No more laps. No more laps. Line them up on the back straightaway. On the back straightaway, Sean Headley, your top qualifier. Headley in the number 1 spot. Steve Johnson, P2. Wes Sims in the number 3 spot. Wes Sims. After Wes Sims, it is a Miss Polly, Trenton Millard, Rowdy Sneed, Shane Bowles, Keith Sims, and Jack Jack. So that puts Jimmy Johnson You looking good? Jimmy's 2 free? All right. Let's do it. Sean Headley, let's roll him out. We're going green flag racing next time by Headley, Johnston, Sims, Miss Polly, Trenton Millard, Shane Bowles, Keith Sims, and Jack Jack. We're going live this time by green, 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 green. Restart, restart, restart. All right, guys. You guys get it out of the way? Okay. Let's line them up once again. Steve Johnson, looks like you have a flat left front tire. Here we go. Let's try it once again. 17.5 foam tire sprint car A main event. Go, 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 go. Green, green, green. Restart, 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 restart. All right, we had one get stuck on the pipe into turns 3 and 4. All right, unfortunately, guys, the next one, if the leader crosses the line on the first lap, we are green regardless. Let's get him going. Let's get him going. Sean Headley, Steve Johnson, Wes Sims, Miss Polly, ready to rock and roll. It's green. Gotta go with it, guys. Gotta go with it. We've got carnage everywhere. Caution everywhere, caution everywhere, caution everywhere. Steve Johnson out front, Trenton Miller, the number 2 spot. Miss Polly sitting P3, Jack Jack, and Sean Headley rounding out your top 5. Then you pick up Shane Bowles, Keith Sims, and Wes Sims breaking out of this one. Seconds in, Johnson's out front. He's on a 53-lap pace, 53.403. Miss Polly's hitting the number 2 spot. Sean Headley and Jack Jack rounding out that top 4. Steve Johnson, he's got a fast lap, 4.186. 4.468 for Miss Polly. Sean Headley with a 4.269. Trenton Millard, Shane Bowles, your top 5 with a 4.342. 17.5 foam tire sprint car. Racing weather meant to be here on the High by Clay at Bakersfield RC Raceway. That's what I'm talking about. Steve Johnson looking fantastic out there. That is a red and black number 79 machine. Hops the pipe into turns 3 and 4. Almost makes contact with a 29 of Trenton Millard. 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left to go. Headley in the number 2 spot. He's trying to run down. Sean Headley is trying to run down Steve Johnson. Johnson into trouble. Here comes the battle for the lead. Now, Sean Headley trying to get by the green machine of Miss Polly. That is not a battle for position, but a battle to try to run down the 79 of Johnston. Johnson, that time by 4.2, a 4.3 from Sean Headley. So Headley's got to pick up the pace just a little bit now. Trenton Miller gets by. Now all over his backside is nobody. He's got to try to run down Johnson. One lapper between them. That is Shane Bowles. Shane Bowles has the P2 of Headley. Headley gets by. Just like that, no cars between your top two. Johnston, Headley, Millard, and Miss Polly, your top three.
Yeah.
Steve Johnson, the number one spot. Sean Headley, number two spot. Trenton Miller, your top three. Then you pick up Miss Polly, Shane Bowles, and Jack Jack. Your 6 car still out on the racing surface. 50 seconds left to go. Final 2 races of the night coming at you. Traxxas Superstocks will kick us off. 35 seconds left to go. Johnson has a healthy lead now. 2.1 second now over Sean Headley. It's just about a half a lap. So just has to keep it clean and green for the 79 machine. Can he do so? 20 seconds left to go. That's about 5 laps remaining this time by for your leaders, Steve Johnston. Johnston, Headley, Miller, no change in your top 3. Still 6 cars remaining out on the racing surface as we're coming down to 5 seconds left to go. White flag in the air this time by. Next time when you cross the line, that will be a race. Steve Johnson picks up the win. Sean Headley comes home in the number 2 spot. Trenton Millard. Miss Polly comes home 4th over Shane Bowles and Jack Jack rounding out the top 6. Great job, Steve Johnston. Picking up the win here tonight in 17.5 Foam Tire Sprint Car. And just like that, we are down to 2. Traxxas Superstock, followed by Outlaw Buggy. And that will round out tonight's festivities at Bakersfield RC Raceway. Once again, big time shout out to each and every one of you. Big time shout out to Exalt Batteries, Bakersfield RC Raceway, FlowRoad.co, Mather Brothers Incorporated, Alvarez Picking Camp, Skinny's Automotive, San Joaquin Tires and Wheels. All the great partners with John Candy Live. Once again, if you're tuning in on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, FlowRoad.co, we thank each and every one of you. Turn marshals, turn marshals, turn marshals. I know we had plenty of drivers in that last A main. We need the marshals to come right back out and help us turn marshal. 17.5 Foam Tire drivers are en route. And we're ready for the final 2 races of the night. Where is the 172 car? There he comes. Now we got them all checked in. All right, guys, no more laps, no more laps. Tyler Irwin, your top qualifier, the 172 machine. Jack Caston will be P2. And the number 3 spot, that is Kevin Irwin, Steve Scott, Paul Brown, Corey Carter, Brady Mertz, Justin Good. And who's that driver? Who's the last one? Who's driving the 25 car? Who's me? You are? Who checked in late there? Is that the 46 car? Brian, you didn't make the main, dude. All right, we'll put you in there. I guess. Oh, my gosh.
Wait for me. Let me get my car. You let one, you gotta let them all.
Buy him books, you send him to school.
All I do is fun for teachers when you're handicapped.
Here we go. We got all our drivers. We got all our marshals. Let's roll them out. Tyler Irwin, the field is yours. This is Traxxas Super Stock. Hey, main event. We're going live off of turn number 4. And we are green. Caution, guys. Restart. Sorry, false start. We'll reset, try it again. Tyler Irwin. Field is yours. Roll them out nice and even. Space them out, guys. Space them out. This time off of turn number 4. There it is. Green. Traxxas Super Stock. That's about as clean as you can get it. Outlaw Buggy, you're coming up next. Final race of the night. Tyler Irwin out front early in this one. Jack Cassidy now. Jack Cassidy, we got a new leader. Front straightaway, guys. Front straightaway. We got carnage all over the racetrack. Gosh, in 3 and 4. He's clear. Irwin, Steve Scott, Kevin Irwin, Jack Cassidy, Brady Merce. Low and 4, guys. Low and 4. It's clear. Cars all over the place for Traxxas Super Stock, a main event. It's a brotherly battle for the top spot. Tyler's in the number 1 spot, the 172. Kevin with a taco body sitting in the number 2 spot. Steve Scott in the number 3 spot. Justin Good, Jack Cassidy rounding out your top 4. Caution 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is clear. $130 down, $230 left to go. Tyler Irwin still out front. He's got a 1.7 second advantage now over Steve Scott. Steve Scott, the Bella Yellow number 51 machine, up on the bike in the turns 3 and 4. Scott finding some corner speed in that 51, trying to run down Tyler Irwin. Irwin's been dominating this class so far here in 2025. Let's see if he can keep the trend going. Caution in 3 and 4 is clear. It is clear. Running it out. Now Irwin into some trouble. Side by side door slam with a 172. Now Childress sent for a ride down the front straightaway. Tyler Irwin still out front. Steve Scott in the number 2 spot. Jack Caston, Justin Good, your top 4. Then you pick up Brady Mertz, Brian Childress, and Paul Brown rounding out the field. 230 down to 130 left to go. Oh, now we've got problems. The taco body has been tacoed. Irwin still out front. 47.4 flat, making a 48 lap pace. Now Steve Scott, the number 2 spot. He's still back by 2.5 seconds. It's about a half a lap difference from first to second. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. Irwin, Scott, Jack Caston sitting P3, Brady Mertz, Justin Good, Brian Childress, and Paul Brown. Only car breaking out early. We got 2. It's Kevin Irwin and Corey Carter as we're down to the final 50 seconds here in race number 17. Irwin last time out with a 4.9, a 5.3 from Steve Scott, a 5.1 from Jack Caston. Caution in 1 and 2, low in 1 and 2. It's clear. Tyler Irwin still out front and running away from the field. Just as I say that, here comes the battle for the lead down the front straightaway. Steve Scott, the 51 machine, has Tyler Irwin all over his sights. 10 seconds left to go. That's the battle for the lead in turns 1 and 2. Up to down the back straight into turns 3 and 4. Here they go, rocking and rolling. Nice tight battle. Scott taking the peek to the inside. They're side by side at the line. This might be it. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Steve Scott with the last lap pass. Is going to take over the win. That's a race. That's a race. Steve Scott picks up the win right at the line by .059 seconds. What a race, what a race. Race of the night, Traxxas Super Stocks, second to last A feature, and Steve Scott wins it by .059 seconds. Final race of the night, race number 18, Outlaw Buggy. Melvin Ramos, Wayne Kaufman, Trenton Millard, Brian Childress, Shane Bowles, and who is the last? Turn marshals, make your way. I guess you just missed Paulie.
Oh, hell, y'all are screwed.
Here we go.
I walked all the fucking way over there for nothing. Did you see that? I was supposed to do nothing. I got it, Miss Polly. Go take a break, would you? You've been doing too much paperwork.
We got 3 covered, 1 and 2. We only had 9 drivers for the last main. Let's get Shane cross the line one more time. Shane Bowles. Here we go. We got marshals. We got drivers. Oh, Brian, you're going to make this race? Check it in. Just check it in. Make sure it works. There it is. All right. Final race of the night. Loop is going live after we do our first parade lap. All right, Melvin Ramos, Wayne Kaufman, Trenton Miller, Brian Childress, Shane Bowles. Let's get them going. Final race of the night. Outlaw Buggy A Main. A loop's going live right here off of turn at number 4. Green, 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 green. Restart, restart. We'll give you one more at it. Restart, restart. That's different. Is that swing weight? Is that what that is? Holy moly. I need Ricky Childress Jr. up here to take us home in the final race of the night. I need some holy guacamoles. I need some mustard on the doggy, some hairy-legged dog. Well, I understand that. Trenton, if you don't win this race, we're giving you an extra 4 minutes. I mean, my wife is not going to be happy with me as it is. And now you guys are done for because here comes the real voice right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last race of the night. Outlaw Buggy. Waiting on Trenton Millard. Only guy I know that will be late for his funeral. We got P1, Melvin Ramos. Is it Ramos or Ramos? Ramos. Hey, Ramos, eh? Wayne Kaufman, Trenton Millard, if he makes it. Brain Childress and Shane Bowles. Let's get them rolling. We're going to go Little Green off of 4. Slow and steady. The race will not be on lap 1. Go green, 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 green. Clean and green for the first 2 laps. We got Shane Bowles and Brain Childress out front. Brain has an advantage as you can see both corners standing from the driver's stand. It's Melvin in there. Like Melvin took the lead entering 3 and 4 in the blue, and I would call it orange. Some might call it yellow. I'm not sure. I'm blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. Coming up on 1 minute down and 3 minutes to go. It's Melvin, Trenton, and Shane. Your top 3. World famous Wayne Kaufman moving into the 3 spot. Driving a 1999 Larry Shaw chassis. This thing is Houdini. It could be in 2 places at once, as you see it in 2, and now it's in 3, just like that. These guys are beating and banging down the back straightaway. It looks like Melvin got tied up a little bit on that lap, but still holds the lead over a close Shane Bowles. Caution off of 2, guys. Caution off of 2. Stay high, stay high. All clear. That looked like to be P2 driver Shane Bowles on his lid on the back straightaway. Looks like Shane's in a little battle in 3 and 4 again. Melvin got a couple laps on everybody now. 2 laps on second place, which is now world famous Wayne Kaufman. Trenton Millard's transponder probably isn't counting. He's on lap 10. That's what happens when you let me announce. I don't see that. We'll just call it a solid top 5 for you tonight. 220 down, 140 left. It's still Melvin, Wayne, Shane, Brian, 10-lap Trenton. It's been a pretty clean race so far. I don't know if you know the Childress family or not. We will tear some shit up. I mean, you know what I mean. Stay low and 4, low and 4. That's your leader. See if that affects him any. That affected him. Looks like Wayne Kaufman got by in the 1999 Larry Shaw chassis. Sponsored in part by Haddad Dodge. 3 minutes down, 1 minute to go. Who's it going to be? It's a battle. Talking about Wayne, he got all Twitter painted off of 2. Running the illegal spoiler on that car as the diameter is 3 millimeters long. He's running at 3 1/4 inches tall. We will check that over at Sean Headley's world famous pit stall over there. Go high and 4, high and 4, high and 4. Got a dead car in the back straightaway. Get him, get him. Come on, Marshall. Come on, Jimmy. Get him, get him. 30 seconds left. It's Melvin back to the point. Wayne in second and Shane in third. Melvin and Wayne. Who's it gonna be? Melvin needle dicking his backside into 3. 5 seconds left. It's gonna be Melvin, Wayne, and Shane. One more lap. Keep them steady. You guys are all done this time by, looks like Wayne Kaufman by .034 over Melvin in the 2 spot. In the 1999 Larry Shaw Haddad Dodge sponsored car, winning the last race of the night, bringing it alive to John Candy.
That's what I'm talking about. That is the one and only Ricky Childress Jr. here on John Candy Live. Jimmy Johnson, I need you up here to the driver's stand. Jimmy Johnson. Congratulations, Wayne Kaufman. One heck of a race right there, winning by .034 over Melvin Ramos. Came down to that final move off of turns 3 and 4. And that is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys so much for coming out supporting Dirt Oval Racing here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. We're going to do a little post-race recap with me and Jimmy in just a few seconds here. Well, Jimmy, we did it again, buddy. Over 100 entries. This is race number 3 of our point series. And fantastic numbers. We had finish line refreshments here all night long. They stuck around and fed us, and they said they sold out over there. So another fantastic showing. We had tacos all night long, and racing action was nothing short of fantastic all night long.
Oh, yeah. Racers showed up once again. Can't thank you guys all enough for supporting this place. Love you guys, and drive safe, getting home. Low 40s out tonight, so it was a little chilly, but everybody stuck around and led to some great racing tonight.
Man, let's talk about Sean Headley a little bit, man. This guy has done so much for this racetrack. You know, we had weather all week long. We had about 2 inches of rain, which is kind of unheard for.
Who's Sean Headley?
Sean Headley, that guy over there.
Sean Headley, the man that puts this track together day in and day out, comes out, does the track prep, smooths it out, gets it ready for racing, day in, day out. Can't thank him enough. Sean Headley, give him a round of applause.
There's right there. And the crowd goes wild right there. I mean, we've got 30 guys left here. I mean, after we had about 100 people, maybe 150 people, if you add everybody that was here in attendance just watching and doing the whole thing here. But Sean Headley, if it wasn't without him, there'd be nobody here because this place is fantastic. The track is perfect. I mean, we could run another 3 heats here, not even have to put a drop of water on it. You know, he's done a fantastic job, and that's what it's all about. So what do we got coming up next? I know we got a big show coming up.
Super Nationals, 2 weeks away. We got a week off and back up racing for our Super Nationals, the 2026 big race, award-paying race, first through third, pretty much all the classes paying out. So do not miss that one. our awards put a lot of time and effort in. And that is Trenton Miller out of Incognito Designs. He makes sure that we come up with some good designs, some good looking awards. So come out 2026 Super Nationals, 2 weeks away. This January 10th.
So that's going to be another good one. We're going to record that one. We're going to do it live stream. We're going to do the same thing we've been doing all year long so far. It's been working out great. We're hoping you guys enjoy all the footage back there at home and hope you guys are seeing all this stuff. We're trying to get as many different things, change something each and every week. You know, this week we got rid of that big red banner that was on top of it. Now we just have the Live RC banner across the top, a couple of things down here on the left side and the right side. You know, try to mix it up and try to get the best product we can for each and every one of you. I think we're doing a pretty good job. What do you think, Jimmy?
I think so. With the views that we're getting online, Facebook, YouTube, been great. So John County Live's been rocking it here at Bakersfield RC Raceway with all the streaming media, all the cameras, and the great announcing that he does.
So there it is right there, man. Any final final words of wisdom and final farewell to these folks here?
Love you guys. See you at the next one.
There it is right there. That's your boy John Candy and Jimmy Johnson signing off once again right here at Bakersfield RC Raceway. We'll see you guys next time right here for the next one.